Chapter 25:14. What Su Yun said to Chong Mo wasn't useless. At least, it made Chong Mo's heart waver again. It was very difficult for Chong Mo to have her own thoughts now. Too many things had happened on both sides. She had been controlled for so many years, and it had become a habit. She was used to being led by other people's words. She was used to judging things according to other people's thoughts. This was the result of Chui Li's psychological control over her all these years. Her hesitation, helplessness, and constant contradictions were not her fault. She didn't want herself to be like this, but it was very difficult for her to change everything in a short period of time. Su Yun's words had touched her greatly, especially when it came to Kan Kong and Wu Qiuzi. Although she denied everything about Su Yun verbally, she still had a lot of doubts in her heart. Just like what Su Yun said, if she couldn't confirm it herself, she would never get the answer she wanted. Regardless of whether it was Su Yun or her father, they were all trying to justify themselves. Only she could see the truth for herself. That was the real situation. Chong Mo couldn't sleep that night. When she woke up the next day, she mustered up her courage and made a request to Chui Li. "Dad, I want to relax." Chong Mo said, "Can I go to the sea and stay alone for a few days?" Chui Li wasn't in a hurry to agree to Chong Mo's request. Instead, he asked her, "Do you think Su Yun isn't easy to convince?" Chong Mo was stunned for a moment. She didn't deny it and nodded. "It's okay. Don't give yourself too much pressure." Chui Li said, "I know you're under too much pressure. That's why you want to go out and relax for a few days." Chong Mo took a deep breath and followed Chui Li's words. "Yes, I'm under a lot of pressure. Also, I think that going out and relaxing will allow me to think about how to do this. I really don't have a clue right now. I can't find a suitable place to start." Chui Li smiled. "I can tell you about Su Yun's situation. In this world, there are only 2 intelligence agencies that have investigated Su Yun's identity. One of them was the top secret department of the CIA in the US. Their control over global information is terrifying. The U.S. National Security Agency's PRISM program is child's play to the CIA's top secret department. Chong Mo admired his father for one thing, and that was his source of information. They would never know how he knew so much. The second is our heaven's eye. Chui Li said, "I know about his situation from 2 sources. One is the information obtained by the top hackers on the internet from the highest classified information, and the other is the information obtained from the all-knowing people in the underground world." It sounded like Chui Li's understanding of Su Yun was even more detailed than that of the U.S. Empire's top secret. When he was 3 years old, he was sent to the elite ace troop of Hua Xia's special forces for training. Moreover, when Su Yun was kicked out of the organization, it was the golden age for strength development. All the successful experts would have their strength increase by leaps and bounds at this age. Wan Guangxiao actually kicked Su Yun out at this time. This was also the time when the strength of the entire Dragon Brigade's younger generation increased. At this time, everyone broke through the realm of super experts and began to move towards the realm of grandmasters. What Chui Li couldn't understand was that after Su Yun was kicked out, not only did it not delay his martial arts breakthrough, but it also increased his strength in a shorter period of time. He had no way to estimate Su Yun's current strength, but according to some top-secret information obtained by the hackers, the masters of the Grandmaster realm were no longer Su Yun's opponent. This was really too scary, so scary that Chui Li couldn't believe it. In just 2 short years, a young man who was suppressed at the bottleneck of a super expert, without the guidance of a professional expert, had perfectly broken through the bottleneck and started to grow out of control. This kind of increase in strength was simply unprecedented. Chui Li even dared to say that there would be no one like this in the future. It was really too fast. Like a flash of lightning, after a flash, a small sapling suddenly grew into a towering tree that needed 2 people to hug. It was such an exaggerated speed. In this world, there was probably no one who dared to believe that there was someone who could surpass the strength of the 3 kings. After Chui Li knew about Su Yun's situation, he even felt that Su Yun's strength could really surpass the 3 kings. Moreover, the age at which he could reach the level of the 3 kings was probably much younger than them. Other than being the son of that legendary, godlike man, Who else could it be? Chongma, I can tell you this. Su Yun's strength is the most likely person I've seen in my life to be able to shock the world, Chui Li said. It's a pity that he was used by those hypocritical bigwigs, so we must help him get rid of all of this. Chongma opened his eyes wide and looked at Chui Li in disbelief. Dad, did I hear it wrong? You said that Su Yun will become a person who will shock the world? Chui Li nodded. If I were to choose, I think he has at least a 50% chance of reaching the peak. Chongma shook his head in disbelief. Dad, I've never heard you give anyone such an evaluation, not even the three kings, right? If I could bet 10 years, I would bet that he could trample the three kings under his feet. Chui Li's expression was serious. I'm not joking. Chapter 25:15. Chongmo really couldn't believe that Su Yun was this kind of person in her father's eyes. Although she felt a little surprised, it was also a reasonable thing to do. Her father had always been a person who cherished talents. Chongmo was 100% sure of this. Therefore, Chongmo couldn't help but suspect that the reason her father called her back from Huaxia was because of Su Yun. The person he wanted was Su Yun. She was just a tool that could help him persuade Su Yun. Although Chongmo quickly dispelled this feeling, she had to admit that she did feel a sense of horror and disappointment. Father, I want to go out to sea for a few days. Can you agree to my request? Chongmo's way of addressing Chui Li would always betray her. Chui Li smiled. Are you dissatisfied with me? Chongmo, don't think too much. You are important to me. My goal isn't Su Yun. Really, don't doubt this. I know. Chongmo nodded. Then Can I assume that you agree to my request? Chui Li kept trying to change the topic. In the past, Chongmo would always understand what he meant. If he didn't agree to something, he would never directly reject it. He had never rejected anything from her. But if he wanted to reject something, he would easily change the topic so that Chongmo wouldn't ask anymore. This time, Chongmo didn't act according to common sense. Chongmo kept asking, pressing step by step. Of course. Of course. Chui Li smiled faintly. Do what you want to do. I've always been very open-minded. You know this. Thank you. Chongmo said. I just want to adjust my emotions. That's all. Father, thank you. Although Chui Li didn't want this to happen, he didn't have any better ideas so far. Go. Be careful alone. I'm afraid no one in the Mediterranean would dare to touch our ship. Chongmo said. Father, you don't have to worry about me. Chui Li had nothing to say. He could only wave his hand and let Chongmo do whatever she wanted. He needed to give Chongma a sense of recognition, a sense of freedom, so that Chongma would be dead set on him. Only then would she be able to persuade Su Yun with all her might. Moreover, Chui Li had already seen some clues. Chongmo actually had feelings for Su Yun, and those feelings were very subtle. Although Chui Li wasn't satisfied with this, he felt that Chongma shouldn't fall in love. However, from the perspective of this matter, it was very advantageous. If Su Yun could also develop deeper feelings for Chongmo, wouldn't that be a good thing? In that case, Chui Li only needed to create certain conditions and opportunities in the middle to recruit Su Yun as a live-in son-in-law. That would also achieve his goal. If the heavens I could really find such a person to replace it, then there was nothing that Chui Li could not sacrifice. Chongmo left as quickly as she could after receiving permission. She sailed her own boat into the depths of the Mediterranean Sea. It wasn't too far from here to Sarone Island, so as long as she got to the right place, it wouldn't be a big problem for Chongmo to find her way there. After hearing Su Yun's words, she decided that she should make a choice for herself. If Kong was really in Sarone Island, then she would sever all ties with Su Yun, unless he could be assimilated and gain the recognition of the Heaven's Eye. Otherwise, she would no longer treat him as a true friend. With that in mind, Chongmo stepped onto Sarong Bay Island. Sarone Island was very small, so it was very easy to find 1288 Central Street in Pupacelli City. Chongmo pressed the doorbell with hope and nervousness. The person who opened the door was a middle-aged woman. She asked with a puzzled expression, "Is there anything I can help you with?" Chong Mo saw the woman's rough hands and could basically guess her identity as a servant. "I'm here to look for Mr. Wu." "I'm sorry, I don't know who you're looking for," the woman said. "Perhaps you've come to the wrong place. Miss, I suggest you look elsewhere. 1288 Central Street in Pupacelli City." "That's right, I've come to the right place," Chong Mo said. "I'm looking for Wu Chiozi." "Mr. Wu, I really have something important to talk to him about, so—" The woman still shook her head and said seriously, "Miss, the person you're looking for isn't here. You've come to the wrong place. If there's nothing else, I'm sorry, but I still have things to do. Goodbye." "No," Chong Mo said, "I know. An expert like Mr. Wu wouldn't meet anyone without an appointment. But I don't have any requests. My brother is here to treat the poison. His name is Kan Kong. Am I clear enough now?" Chong Mo was right. Wu Chiozi wouldn't easily agree to meet anyone. This woman was his housekeeper, his servant, his cook, and his shield. Wu Chiozi would never personally welcome anyone. "Miss, I'll repeat for the last time. There's no Mr. Wu here, nor is there your brother. There's no Kan Kong, and there's no poison person," the woman said. "Do you understand what I mean now?" "No, why are you doing this? I'm really worried," Chong Mo said. The woman used her last bit of patience to tell Chong Mo, "If something bad has happened to you, I'm very sorry. I'm also very sorry that I can't help you. But if you continue to cause trouble, I'll call the police." Chong Mo took a deep breath. "Vicious Dr. Wu Chiozi, Mr. Wu, this is the person I'm looking for, not you. I don't mean to disturb you. If it's Mr. Wu's idea to reject the guest, then I'll have to trouble you to pass the message to him. Tell him what I said, and he'll definitely understand." "No, there's no need to tell anyone," the woman said, "because there's no one here to treat poison. I'm 100% sure you've come to the wrong person." "There's no one here to treat poison?" Chong Mo was stunned. "I can swear to God," the woman said, "there's no one here, and there's no one here. I'm sorry to disappoint you." Chong Mo kept shaking his head. "No, that's impossible. It's impossible. There must be a misunderstanding. I believe there must be a misunderstanding. Don't you think so?" "I'm sorry." The woman was very firm on this point. "I'm not mistaken. I'm very sure. Isn't this Mr. Wu's house? I beg you, this address was given to me by Mr. Wu's friend, Su Yun." "It can't be wrong," Chong Mo said. When the woman heard Su Yun's name, she was stunned. Of course, she knew who Su Yun was. Su Yun had once treated his injuries here for a whole month. The Chinese medicine that Su Yun took every day was personally brewed by her. Of course, she was not unfamiliar with this name. "What's your relationship with Su Yun?" The woman changed her attitude and asked nervously and cautiously. Chong Mo saw the change in the woman's attitude and immediately became spirited. "We're friends. We're really friends. You can ask Mr. Wu and let him ask me questions. He can even test me. I'm friends with Su Yun. I even know his identity." "There's no need to say so much," the woman said. "Come in first." She finally agreed to let her in. Chong Mo really wanted to thank this woman. However, when she came in, all the information she received was even more disappointing. Because once she came in, she was very sure that this place was less than 300 square meters and there were only 8 rooms. And here, only this woman lived here. There was no one else. "This isn't Mr. Wu's house?" Chong Mo shook his head in confusion. "Since you can say Su Yun's name, I don't plan to hide it from you anymore." The woman said, "This is Mr. Wu Chiozi's house, but he's been away for a long time. I'm taking care of everything." Chong Mo said, "Then who are you?" "You can treat me as Mr. Wu Chiozi's servant. You can also treat me as Mr. Wu Chiozi's housekeeper." The woman said, "It doesn't matter. I'm the one taking care of everything here, including Mr. Wu Chiozi's return. Or rather, I'm more like a nanny." "Okay. Then, Then what about Mr. Wu Chiozi? Chong Mo asked. The woman smiled. I think that if you and Mr. Su Yun are friends, you can ask about Mr. Wu Chiozi's situation with just a phone call. He's been away for a long time. He hasn't been back for a long time. Chapter 25:16. Chong Mo's mind went blank. What did this mean? Did it mean that her father had lied to her? This was probably the most unacceptable fact for Chong Mo. No, there must be some misunderstanding. Otherwise, this situation wouldn't exist. Her father wouldn't use Can Kong and the others as a joke. He wouldn't use their safety to lie to her. There must be some misunderstanding. Perhaps there were two Wu Chiozi? Although the world was big, it was impossible for there to be two Wu Chiozi. There was only one Wu Chiozi, and only one vicious doctor. There was only one vicious doctor who lived on Central Street. There couldn't be two of them. Although I don't know how to address you, since you're Su Yun's friend, I'll treat you as a friend for the time being. The woman said, Forgive me for being blunt, but Mr. Wu isn't someone who will easily save people. If you want him to save someone, you must help him complete something he wants you to do. Otherwise, he really won't save someone. Then why does he still practice medicine? Chong Mo didn't understand. The woman shook her head. I think you must have misunderstood. Mr. Wu isn't a doctor. Some people call him the divine doctor, but that doesn't mean that he's a medical practitioner. He's really good, especially when it comes to detoxification. It's just that most of the time, he's a poisoner. He's not a doctor who does good deeds, so unless it's someone he's very familiar with who needs his help, he'll only help. So you're saying that Mr. Wu won't meet people he's not familiar with? Chong Mo said, even if he's familiar with them, they must complete something for him to save them? That's right. That's his rule. The woman said, but he left recently to deal with something. There hasn't been any news from him for a long time. So even if someone he knows comes and agrees to his request, they won't be able to find him. Chong Mo said, so he hasn't saved anyone for a long time? The woman nodded. As far as I know, he hasn't saved anyone in a long time, unless it's someone important to him. So no one came here to seek treatment? Chong Mo muttered to himself. Why? Why isn't he here? I'm sorry to have made you come here for nothing. The woman said, the only way to contact Mr. Wu as soon as possible is to let Su Yun contact him. Since you know Su Yun, ask him. This is the only way now. What a joke. If she went to Su Yun now, it would be equivalent to admitting that her father had deceived her. She didn't want to admit all of this yet. No. Although he was deceiving himself, Chong Mo still held on to his last shred of trust. There must be some misunderstanding. Perhaps no one was here to save him. Mr. Wu, you must have other places to stay. If you know of any, can you tell me? Chong Mo asked. According to what I know, this is the only place where Mr. Wu lives. Because this place is peaceful enough. The woman said, this is all I can help you with. Chong Mo thanked him and left. When she left, she seemed to be in a trance. Although Chong Mo left, Chui Li still didn't give up on brainwashing Su Yun. Mo Chan and another young man came to the room where Su Yun was locked up. They personally delivered food to him. I think it's time for us to let bygones be bygones. Mo Chan said to Su Yun, you made me suffer a lot. I didn't treat you well either. We're even. Today, I personally delivered food to you. Shouldn't you owe me a favor? Su Yun laughed heartily. How can you say that? Directly asking for a favor. Are all Koreans like this? Su Yun, don't be ungrateful. Can't you see father's attitude towards you? Mo Chen said, he admires you. I think this is a rare opportunity for you. Many people want to work for father, but because of their talent and strength, they don't have the chance. According to you, this opportunity is very valuable? Su Yun said, I don't know how to appreciate kindness. Mo Chen snorted, you really don't know how to appreciate kindness. I can't help it. I was born to be ungrateful. Su Yun said, "Go back and tell your master that I don't listen to force or persuasion. Save it." Su Yun, you should know the consequences of not listening to force or persuasion. Mo Chen said, "Don't tell me you don't want to leave this place? Although I really want you to die here, after thinking about it carefully, it's better not to." "You're really narrow-minded." Su Yun said, "Do you really want me to die?" Mo Chen said, "Think about your situation carefully. My situation is very dangerous. I can die at any time." Su Yun said, "Just tell me what you mean. There's no need to beat around the bush. There's no point in saying so many useless words. Don't forget that you still have the forbidden powder." Mo Chen said, "It's dangerous if you don't think before you speak." "Yes." Su Yun said, "But without your master's order, even if I throw bad words in your face, you won't dare to do anything to me, right?" Because your master wants you to assimilate me, influence me, and move me. If you do anything to me, you'll be doing the opposite of your master." Mo Chen was really suppressing a mouthful of anger in his heart. Su Yun was right. If they did anything to Su Yun without permission, they would definitely draw fire to themselves. "Don't waste your breath. Take care, I won't see you out," Su Yun said. At this time, the young man beside Mo Chen opened his mouth. He spoke to Mo Chen in Semida, speaking in Korean. "Father wants to lock Kan Kong and the others up for such an uncooperative person. Semida, are they going to be locked up for a day if this guy isn't convinced?" The young man used their Semida language to communicate. Mo Chen glared at him fiercely. He couldn't help but secretly look at Su Yun. Su Yun smiled. "Hey, why can't you use words that I can understand to communicate? Are you guys trying to come up with some evil plan?" Knowing that Su Yun couldn't understand, Mo Chen was relieved. He said to the person beside him in Korean, "Watch your mouth. This is very important. What you said isn't what we should be thinking about, Semida. What we need to do is to convince him." "I know, Semida. Actually, if they're never released, isn't it good for us?" Mo Chen took advantage of the fact that Su Yun couldn't understand Korean and spoke without restraint. Father is from Huaxia, so he has always thought highly of these Huaxia people. If these people are really crippled, then we can rightfully take over. After speaking, Mo Chen looked at Su Yun again. "Enjoy your lunch. I won't accompany you." Mo Chen quickly left with his people. Su Yun looked at the two figures with a strange expression. Because he could understand Korean, he was very interested in what that person said. It seemed that if Su Yun didn't join them, Kan Kong and the others would have to suffer for another day. At least now, Su Yun could confirm some basic questions. Kan Kong and the others weren't in danger. Perhaps they were in the same situation as him, imprisoned. Su Yun didn't know what happened, but at least he was sure of one thing. They were most likely on this island. As long as Chong Mo could find them, the truth would be revealed to the world. Then, he would be able to expose Sky's eye. "Little Appa, help me pass a message to Chong Mo. Tell her to come over when she's free," Su Yun said. "Otherwise, I'll be too bored." "Don't worry, I'll pass on your message." Mo Chen didn't even turn his head. He quickly disappeared from Su Yun's sight. Su Yun couldn't eat anymore. He anxiously waited for Chong Mo to appear. He didn't know that Chong Mo had already left the island. As for when she would return, only she would know. Su Yun finally understood the reason why Wang Yi had been so strict in forcing them to learn a language. It was so beneficial to master another language. It was too useful. Chapter 25:17. After Chong Mo returned, she had been in a daze. She did not want to see her father. Although she was summoned many times, she always found an excuse to leave as soon as possible. Chui Li thought that Chong Mo still needed time to accept the news of Nian Ye's death and worry about the others. It was normal for her to be emotionally unstable. As long as Chong Mo continued to stay here, it meant that she was constantly trying to accept this reality. Chui Li could only apologize. He believed that by the time he told Chong Mo the truth, she would be able to accept everything. At that time, she would feel lucky that Kan Kong and the others were still safe. As for Nian Ye's death, Chui Li was not stupid enough to tell them the truth. He only needed to say that Nian Yi had escaped to Huaxia. That would be the end of it. There was nothing he could do if they lost contact. Chong Mo, if there's anything you need, just tell me. I don't think you should go out on your own. It doesn't seem to be of any help to you. Chui Li found Chong Mo again. Chong Mo nodded. I know, father. I'm sorry to have worried you. There's nothing to be sorry about. You're my child. Of course I care about you. Chui Li said. Recover slowly. I believe you can adjust yourself. Yes. Chong Mo said. Father, don't worry. I will remember my mission. I will go and talk to Su Yun now. It's okay. There's no need to rush. Everything can be done slowly. Chui Li said, in your current state, I'm afraid it will be difficult for others to listen to you. Chong Mo insisted, I can do it. Trust me. Okay, then do what you want to do. Chui Li nodded. Chong Mo quickly left her residence and walked towards the place where Su Yun was locked up. Chui Li looked at Chong Mo's back and narrowed his eyes. He could feel that Chong Mo seemed to be avoiding him. However, she did not show it on her face. It was just her actions that showed it. Chui Li was still very cautious about this. He immediately sent people to find out all the places Chong Mo had been to after they sailed away. He needed to know what Chong Mo was thinking. Only then could he ensure that Chong Mo was still under his control. Su Yun finally saw Chong Mo. When he saw Chong Mo's depressed expression, he was somewhat surprised. He didn't understand why Chong Mo was like this. I've been there. Chong Mo went straight to the point. Su Yun was stunned and asked tentatively, You went to Pusili City? Yes, Chong Mo said. It's impossible for you to see Wu Chiozi even if you go. He's not here at all. I know he left. Su Yun said. That's right, I saw a woman. She said she knew you. Chong Mo said. Su Yun nodded. That's right. I know who you saw. There was once when I ran into some trouble and could only be dealt with by Wu Chiozi, so I stayed in Pupaseli City for more than a month and she was the one who took care of me. Fine, I admit, you're right about this. Chong Mo said, she said that if I want to find Wu Chiozi, you can help me. I can help you. Su Yun said, but there's one thing I can tell you very clearly. Wu Chiozi won't easily save someone. I believe you heard her tell you when you were in Pupaseli City. He's not some immortal doctor, he's Poison Hand. A poison master. Chong Mo took a deep breath. I know, you must still be imagining that Wu Chiozi might have taken Kan Kong away for treatment. Su Yun said, but I can tell you very clearly that Wu Chiozi won't easily accept even if someone comes to him for treatment. Unless he has a reason he can't refuse and something that can only be solved by the person who begs him, he won't agree. Then why did he save you back then? Chong Mo asked. Su Yun shook his head. I don't know about that, but I can guarantee that he has a reason to save me. Then why do you think he doesn't have a reason to save Kan Kong? Perhaps he also has a reason to save Kan Kong. Chong Mo said, Father also has a lot of connections in the Mediterranean Sea. I don't think Wu Chiozi will refuse. Su Yun didn't say anything. Perhaps Chong Mo could reveal more information at this time. Previously, when Chui Li prepared so many Mediterranean-style delicacies for Su Yun would definitely suspect that Chui Li did it on purpose. However, Chong Mo didn't have any ulterior motives when she said these words today. Her mind was in a mess, very messy, so she didn't think before she spoke. Su Yun was now certain that he was in the Mediterranean. As for what island this was, he didn't know. However, one thing was for sure. This place wasn't far from Pupaseli City. Chong Mo could make a round trip in 2 or 3 days. Therefore, Su Yun was basically certain of this location. During the month he spent in Pupaseli City, He also went to the Mediterranean with Wu Qiuzi for a few days. They fished, enjoyed the breeze, sat on the boat, smoked a cigar and drank some red wine. Wu Qiuzi had taken him to enjoy these things. Therefore, he had a rough idea of the location of a few private islands in the Mediterranean. Private islands were private restricted areas. Moreover, the people who could buy the islands weren't ordinary people. Therefore, those places had to be taken around. The situation here was very complicated. Su Yun more or less understood it. Wu Qiuzi isn't even here. Why do you still think so? Su Yun, good. Then I have something to tell you. Whether you believe it or not, I have to tell you because I heard it with my own ears. Chong Mo frowned. What can you hear from here? This is the underground room. No one will come here. It's true that no one came here. The little Appa who brought us here and his other little Appa brother came here together. They seem to have received orders from your father to persuade me. Su Yun said, that little Appa I don't know might have thought that I don't understand Korean, so he told Ma Chen that as long as I don't join you guys, the three of them won't be able to come out and will be locked up forever. What does that mean? Chong Mo's expression became even more serious. Su Yun, guess what it means? I don't know. Chong Mo shook her head. The three of them. According to my understanding, the three of them should be Kan Kong, Gu Li, and Jie Su. Su Yun, because Nian Ye's death can't be fabricated. The only thing that can be fabricated is the cause of her death. Chong Mo's mind buzzed. She didn't dare to think about the meaning behind Su Yun's words. Don't think too much about what I said. Su Yun, I'm just expressing my personal opinion. Perhaps you don't think so, but when I heard these words, this was my first reaction. You're talking nonsense. Chong Mo said, Su Yun, I've already started to trust you because of Wu Qiuzi. But now you're telling me this. Su Yun, I can swear that everything I said is the truth. If you don't believe me, then prove it in your own way. It's just like how you went to Puliseli Island to prove everything. Prove it. Prove it and see if I'm lying. Chong Mo shook her head. Father, why did you lock them up? Why? There's no reason. They lost the Ebola virus weapon, and then they lost you. Su Yun, I don't know if my understanding is correct, but in my opinion, their mission this time was a failure. That's why they had to be punished. That's why. They didn't go to Beijing to save you because they didn't have the chance. What about Nian Yi? Why did Nian Yi die? Chong Mo, isn't it like what father said? Su Yun, believe me, if Nian Yi really went to Beijing to save you, she would definitely be controlled by our people. And I can guarantee that under the control of my brothers, they won't hurt anyone. That's why Nian Yi definitely didn't die in Beijing. Where else could it be? Chong Mo said, that's because there was an accident when she jumped off the plane. Su Yun, if that's the case, I believe there's no need for him to lie to you and give you such an explanation, saying that she died to save you. What should I do now? Chong Mo was really helpless. She felt like she had just walked out of a scam, but now she had fallen into an even bigger scam. Chapter 25:18. I don't know how to help you. I can't help you in my current situation either. Su Yun continued, my suggestion is to prove that I'm telling the truth. Prove that Kan Kong and the others are being held captive somewhere. So what if I prove it? What will I get out of it? Chong Mo replied, the more you prove, the more helpless I'll be. I don't want to be like this anymore. But this is your only choice, unless you don't want to know the truth. Su Yun continued, otherwise, you must know everything. That's the only way to solve this problem. Chong Mo shook his head. I don't want to solve it, I don't want to solve it. No matter what, it has nothing to do with me anymore. Su Yun could not allow Chong Mo to continue degenerating like this. Does it really have nothing to do with you anymore? Don't you want to find out exactly how Nian Yi died? Apart from Kan Kong and the others, I'm afraid that no one else knows how Nian Yi died. Don't you want to find out the truth? No matter how Nian Yi died, it's all because of you. You know this very well, don't you? Chong Mo fell silent. That's right, no matter how Nyen Yi died, it's all because of me. If it weren't for me, I wouldn't have gotten into all this trouble. That's why I need you to pull yourself together. I need you to find out the truth and settle everything. Su Yun continued, this is where you grew up. You have the chance to solve everything. Chong Mo shook his head helplessly. But I really don't know how to solve this problem. Where am I supposed to find them? If Father really did imprison them, I won't be able to find them. If you don't even try, you'll never be able to solve this problem. Su Yun continued, I'm here, what do you have to worry about? You're already in danger of protecting yourself. Can you protect me? Chong Mo laughed disdainfully, Su Yun, this isn't your territory, this isn't Hua Xia. Su Yun replied, no matter where this is, as long as you need it, I can protect you. I know better than you how powerful the forbidden power powder is. Chong Mo said, don't deceive yourself. You can't help me with anything. That's what you think. However, I don't think so. Su Yun smiled. I think I have a chance. Unless your people kill me now, I will definitely have a chance. Do you really think that Father won't kill you because he appreciates you? Chong Mo smiled bitterly. If you can't be of use to him, even if he appreciates your abilities, he won't keep you. Understand? Su Yun looked into Chong Mo's eyes seriously. Of course I understand this. I know it very well. The one who doesn't understand is you, all of you. Chong Mo, you know very well why your so-called father wants to keep you and all of you alive. Because you obey, because you can be used. That's why he wants you to stay by his side. If he couldn't use them for himself, he would get rid of them. I'm afraid I'm not the first, and I definitely won't be the last. Since you know this clearly, why do you still want to stay by his side and be used by him? Chong Mo didn't know how to answer this question. It's not that you're not smart enough, but that you've never really faced this problem. Su Yun said, this is where his brilliance lies. Don't slander Father in front of me. He gave me a new life. No matter what, I won't betray him. Chong Mo said. Su Yun laughed. The best way to control people is not to threaten or coerce them, but to make them feel grateful. This is the highest level of psychological control. Chong Mo didn't have the strength to argue with Su Yun. She knew very well that she wouldn't win in arguing. Because of gratitude, loyalty. Su Yun said, I don't know if you've heard of a story. Once upon a time, an emperor had his eyes on a very capable person. He felt that this person could be his great general and help him expand his territory. He was invincible on the battlefield. So he wanted to obtain this person. After a pause, Su Yun continued, but this person wasn't willing because he had a family. He had a wife and children. Chong Mo looked at Su Yun, not knowing what he was trying to say. So the emperor found his opportunity. Su Yun said, the emperor arranged for someone to pretend to be a bandit and kill all of this person's family members. Moreover, he also burned down his home with a fire. This person was furious and swore to kill all the bandits. And then, Chong Mo said, what are you trying to say? Then the emperor arranged for people to kill all the people who pretended to be bandits. Not only did he silence them, but he also made that person feel grateful to him. Su Yun said, since he had no one to rely on and was grateful to the emperor, he naturally joined the emperor. The emperor made him a great general and let him fight on the battlefield and expand his territory. In order to repay the emperor's kindness, he sacrificed everything he had on the battlefield. He seized thousands of cities for the emperor and occupied more and more territory. Chong Mo said, are you trying to tell me that Father is the emperor and we are the ones who are being used and don't know it? Su Yun didn't answer. Instead he asked, what do you think? Father isn't that kind of person. Chong Mo said, and we didn't have any family members killed. We were all sold by our family. We were abandoned by our family. I'm just making a metaphor. Su Yun said, I just want to say that you are being controlled mentally by him. That's why you are so loyal. Chong Mo didn't deny it. That's right. We were saved by him. Why wouldn't we be loyal to him? Even if he wanted to kill me, I wouldn't have any complaints. Su Yun smiled. This was the crux of the problem, so I think it's not just you. If it was Nian Yi, he wouldn't have resisted if your father wanted to kill him. Chong Mo was stunned, and his expression stiffened. Kan Kong, Gu Li, and Jie Su wouldn't have resisted. Su Yun said, even if you told them directly that you wanted to imprison them, they would have done it willingly because of their loyalty. Am I right? Chong Mo grabbed Su Yun's collar. If you're trying to drive a wedge between my father and me, I won't let you go. I'm already a member of this place. I don't expect anyone to let me go. Su Yun said, whether I'm telling the truth or trying to drive a wedge between us, you just need to find Kan Kong and the others and ask them to solve the problem. Chong Mo shook his head. No, they're not here. They're not here. Father wouldn't imprison them. If they're not imprisoned, why can't you contact them? Su Yun said, if you really believe that Kan Kong is treating the poison by Wu Qiuzi's side, then fine. Help me think of a way and I'll contact Wu Qiuzi. I'll tell him to wait for you at his home and you can confirm it yourself. But I believe that your so-called father won't let you go out anymore because he'll definitely investigate your whereabouts. When he finds out that you're trying to find Kan Kong, he'll definitely forbid you from leaving the island. Impossible. Father would never control us, Chong Mo said. I can go wherever I want. Su Yun smiled. Fine. As long as you have a chance to go out, find me a satellite phone and I'll contact Wu Qiuzi. I'll tell him to come back personally and tell you that it's impossible. He didn't treat Kan Kong's poison. Chong Mo didn't want to listen. She shook her head vigorously, as if she could shake out all the words that Su Yun had said to her. Chong Mo, I hope that you'll listen to me. If you want to find someone now, I'm afraid you still have a chance. Su Yun said, if that person notices your abnormality in this state, he'll definitely imprison you too. You still haven't asked about my father's identity. Aren't you curious? Chong Mo suddenly changed the topic. Su Yun said, I don't have anything to ask. You can tell me his name and I can call him Island Master. You can call him Father. But no matter what his name is, we'll just call him that. Because you're like me, you know nothing about him. You only know his name, right? Chong Mo was once again rendered speechless by Su Yun's words. I only know his name. It's meaningless. Su Yun smiled. Do you think my words make sense? I think your answer is yes. Chong Mo took a deep breath. It seemed that she really had to do something meaningful now. Chapter 25:19. Su Yun smiled. I don't think it's appropriate for you to stay here for too long. You're not in a good state right now. I don't think the Island Master would want you to stay here for too long. Chong Mo stared at Su Yun for about a minute before saying, my father's name is Chui Li. I'm not used to being called the Island Master. Su Yun smiled. Chui Li? But if I talk about him like that and let him know, he'll definitely know that you told me about it. That's not a wise choice. I can't think that much. Chong Mo said, like you said, it's just a name. A name doesn't mean anything. It can't do anything. Su Yun shrugged. I didn't expect you to think that way. Really. But I'll be careful. I won't say his name in front of him. I don't want to cause trouble for you. You know that. Chong Mo waved her hand. Whatever. I don't care what you say. I just want to be alone for a while. You do need to be alone. Su Yun said, you can only know what you should do after you think it through. I believe Kan Kong and the others have been waiting for a long time. Chong Mo's expression became much more pained. She knew the feeling of being imprisoned all too well. She knew how she felt back in Yanjing. Just like the current Su Yun. No, Su Yun was much better than her. Su Yun still had hope in his heart. When there was hope, everything was fine. But when that hope was destroyed, it was worse than death. Chong Mo didn't know if Kan Kong and the others still had hope. But if they were really imprisoned by their father, then they must have lost all hope. If that was the case, the pain would be too great. At least, Chong Mo felt that if she were in their shoes, she wouldn't be able to bear the pressure. Adjust your emotions before you leave. Don't let anyone see you like this, Su Yun said, especially your father, Chui Li. He's very sensitive to everything. If you don't want to be misunderstood by him, pull yourself together. Chong Mo took a few deep breaths and nodded. I hope you can always maintain hope here. You're my only hope here, Su Yun said. As long as you can let go of everything, I'll be fine. I believe that you will definitely be able to find Can Kong and the others, and find out the truth behind Nyen Ye's death. Chong Mo didn't say anything else and left without looking back. As for how she was going to leave, she really hadn't thought about it and didn't want to think about it at all. After returning to her room, Chong Mo covered her head with her blanket. She didn't want to hear anything. It was only when someone came to inform her that her father had invited her for dinner that Chong Mo realized that the sky had already darkened. She did not even know how many hours she had been lying there. In a place like this, her father's invitation was no different from an order. No one could refuse, no one dared to refuse, and no one would refuse. Of course, Chong Mo wouldn't do anything that was completely different from what she had done in the past. She also wouldn't refuse. She didn't want her father to see some problems with her. The dinner was very sumptuous. Mo-chan and a few others were present. Everyone chatted happily. Chui Li was very happy. He liked the feeling of having a few children around him. The only one who didn't talk much was Chong Mo. Chong Mo, I remember that when we used to eat together, you were the most lively one at the table. Chui Li smiled. Now that you've suddenly become so quiet, I'm really not used to it. Father, people change. Chong Mo said, back then, you always said that I was immature and unreliable. Chui Li laughed. Yes, you're much more reliable now. Good, very good. This is growth. This is the path to growth. When the dinner was almost finished, the conversation continued. Chui Li would say a few words to one person, and also a few words to another. Then, he would ask everyone to discuss some problems. While they were discussing, Chui Li seemed to ask Chong Mo casually, you said that you were going out to the sea to relax. Where did you go? Did you go fishing? Chong Mo's heart sank. She seemed to have realized what her father wanted to say. It seemed that Su Yun was right. Her father would investigate all the places she went, and investigate all her whereabouts when she was alone. This made Chong Mo feel waves of unease. She was very afraid of this feeling. This feeling made her feel very uncomfortable. Haha, I'm just worried about you. Don't think too much. Chui Li said, fishing is a very good way to relieve a person's mood. It will make the whole world empty and relax. It will make the whole world light up, as if you're the only person in the world. That feeling is amazing. Chong Mo smiled. Father, I don't know how to fish. I haven't since I was young. That's because I didn't take you fishing a few more times to practice. Chui Li said, then from now on, whenever I fish, you'll come with me. That way, you'll learn quickly. Thank you, Father, Chong Mo said. Chui Li smiled and waved his hand. You're welcome. But, you still haven't told me where you went. This was the key to the problem. Chong Mo pretended to be relaxed and smiled. Where else could I have gone? I just went around. That's it? You didn't go anywhere else to play? You slept on the boat. You didn't go on land? Chui Li continued to ask. Chong Mo nodded. Yes, I didn't. Haha, that's good. Chui Li said, I remember that you couldn't sleep on the boat when you were young. Chong Mo felt a little guilty. She knew very well that she couldn't hide it. That was when I was young. It's fine now. Alright, I went to Sarone Island to take a look at Pupacelli City. You went there to find Can Kong? Chui Li asked. Chong Mo nodded. Yes. I thought I'd be able to see him if I went there. Later, I found out that Mr. Wu Chiozi is not easy to meet. Not everyone has heard of him. That's why I didn't find him. Haha. Chui Li smiled. Yes, Mr. Wu Chouzi is not easy to meet. But I didn't go there for nothing. At least I got to eat delicious crab meat rice. Chong Mo said. It was delicious. Ha ha ha, if you like it, I'll arrange for a chef to learn it. You can eat it whenever you want at home. Chui Li said. Really? Thank you, father. Chong Mo said. But don't go through so much trouble. It won't be as fresh if I can eat it whenever I want. It's best to eat it once in a while. Chui Li nodded. Yes, that's the principle. So don't arrange for anyone to learn it. Chong Mo said. After Kangkong's poison is cured, I'll go pick him up. He'll definitely find it more delicious when he eats it. Okay, I'll let you go then. Chui Li said. He just needed to be sure that Chong Mo didn't suspect him. As long as Chong Mo still believed that Wu Chouzi saved Kangkong's life on Sarong Bay Island, he could continue. Chong Mo put down everything in his hands. Father, I'm full. I want to go and enjoy the sea breeze. Go, I'm also done eating. Chui Li said. I'm going to do some physiotherapy for my waist. At my age, I can't compete with you young people. I'm old, so I don't dare to enjoy the sea breeze. My bones hurt when I catch a cold. Father, you must take care of your body in the future. Chong Mo said. If you feel uncomfortable, you must tell the doctor immediately. Chui Li smiled. I'm very happy that you have such filial piety. Chui Li had his own personal doctor and his own personal physiotherapy team, so he believed that he would never fall ill suddenly. Moreover, he was a person who paid attention to his health. He was very particular about what he ate every day. He didn't have any bad habits of smoking and drinking. Chong Mo went to the beach alone. Chui Li secretly told Mo Chen to pay attention to Chong Mo's movements at all times. If there was anything abnormal, he should report it to him as soon as possible. It wasn't that Chui Li felt that Chong Mo was suspicious, but Chui Li thought that it was better to be cautious. After all, Chong Mo was someone who had been to Pulsalai City on Sarong Bay Island. He couldn't help but worry that Chong Mo would know too much. Mo Chan nodded to show that he understood his father's meaning. He quickly left the table. Remember, don't let her find out. Chui Li reminded him. Mo Chan said, yes. Chapter 25-20. Chong Mo sat on the stone platform by the sea, allowing the sea breeze to blow her hair into a mess. She knew what her father's probing questions meant. Obviously, Su Yun was right. Her father must have investigated all her routes and knew that she had been to that place. That was why he kept asking until she gave an answer. Chong Mo couldn't describe this fear with words. She didn't know how to explain this situation, but it made her feel uncomfortable. It was as if she had eaten a fly and couldn't spit it out. Chong Mo couldn't bear all these false appearances. It was unbearable. She didn't want all of this to be a nightmare. It was as if everyone was standing in front of her, watching her performance. It made her feel disgusted. Mo Chan arranged for a few people to watch her from afar. Although he was very careful, he still couldn't escape Chong Mo's eyes. It wasn't because Chong Mo was careful and cautious, but because Chong Mo was forced to deal with all this carefully. She didn't know how closely she would be watched, so she could only use her own methods to make decisions and changes. She would carefully deal with her surroundings. For a moment, this place seemed to have become another city. A familiar place turned into a strange place. All the familiar people became strangers. She had to be careful around familiar strangers at all times. Chong Mo originally thought that this was the place where she could speak freely. But suddenly, everything seemed to have changed. This place became a place where she didn't dare to speak or act rashly. She didn't want to stay here for even a minute. Especially after she was watched by Mo Chan and the others, this nauseating feeling made Chong Mo feel even worse. But she had to pretend that she didn't care. She just let Mo Chan and the others watch her. Perhaps from this moment on, she would be fully monitored. Phew. Chong Mo realized that if she didn't make a decision soon, she might not have another chance. Su Yun's words rang in her ears again and again. If she still couldn't find the truth, then she would really give up the chance to find the truth. Who is it? Chong Mo shouted in Mo Chen's direction. She wanted to take the initiative to make some changes. Mo Chen was discovered. He walked out with a smile. Sister Chong Mo, it's me. Seeing that you were deep in thought, I didn't want to disturb you. You brought so many people to spy on me? Chong Mo asked. Why do you want to spy on me? Give me a reasonable reason. Because Sister Chong Ma is too beautiful, we can't help but want to take a few more glances at her. Mo Chen realized that he couldn't have so many people watching her at the same time. The more people there were, the easier it would be to detect them. I'll have them all leave now. As he spoke, Mo Chen gave the order, and the small team of Koreans quickly dispersed. This way, no one will disturb Sister Chong Ma. Mo Chen said, Sister Chong Ma, are you cold? Do you want me to get a coat for you? No need. Chong Mo said, you don't have to deliberately hide anything. The more you try to hide it, the more ridiculous it will be. I didn't. Mo Chen said, I'm really just concerned about you. Sister Chong Ma, I know you've been in a bad mood ever since you came back. That's why I want to care about you. Chong Mo smiled. Father asked you to send someone to spy on me, right? No. How is that possible? Father wouldn't send someone to spy on you. Mo Chen said, Father just said that he saw you in a bad mood, so he asked me to take care of you. If there's a chance, I'll help you talk some sense into you. That's why you came? And you brought so many people. Chong Mo said indifferently. Mo Chen said helplessly, I didn't ask them to come. They insisted on following. They thought I was taking the opportunity to express my love to Sister Chong Ma. Love. Chong Mo said, ha ha ha, you really can say anything. I don't mean anything else. I just think that even if I have love, it's not too much, right? I'm an adult. Sister Chong Ma. Everyone has the heart to love beauty. Mo Chen said. Chong Mo glanced at Mo Chen. You know, we're both father's children, so we're brother and sister. You dare to say love to me, that's against ethics. Do you know what this is called? Mo Chen was startled and looked at Chong Mo in confusion. This is called chaos. Luan. Chong Mo said word by word. Mo Chen sucked in a breath of cold air. Sister Chong Ma, although we're both father's children, there's no blood relationship between us. It's not that serious. If you harass me again, I'll tell father. Chong Mo said, I believe he won't allow you to mess around. Mo Chen shook his head helplessly. Fine, it's my fault for not saying it clearly. I don't mean that kind of love. Sister Chong Ma, don't misunderstand. I also have someone in my heart that I like. That person isn't you. Chong Mo smiled. That's good. That's what I want. Sister Chong Ma, you're thinking too much. Mo Chen said. Then can you pass on a message to your brother? Chong Mo said, because the person in my heart is him. Mo Chen was stunned. What do you mean? Your best brother. Chong Mo said, the person in my heart is him. So, if possible, I hope you can pass on a message to him. I want to talk to him alone. Mo Chen sucked in a breath of cold air. This gossip was too explosive. Who are you talking about? Who else could your best brother be? Chong Mo said. She didn't know who went with him to see Su Yun. She also didn't know who leaked the news that Kan Kong and the others were imprisoned. So, she could only guess. Since the person went with Mo Chen, then their relationship with Mo Chen must be strong enough. Chong Mo wanted to use this method to get the person out of Mo Chen's mouth. Chong Mo couldn't directly force Mo Chen to say anything. He was the person chosen by father, so his mouth was bound to be tighter than the others. The others were different. They only listened to Mo Chen's orders, so it was easier for Chong Mo to control them. This relationship was like the relationship between Kan Kong and them. Kan Kong was always the commander, so he wouldn't betray them. Sister Chong Mo, are you telling the truth? Mo Chen said, if you're telling the truth, then I'll ask him to accompany you. Is that okay? I've been waiting for you to say that. Chong Mo said, of course, I won't force anyone. If he wants to come, then let him come. If he doesn't want to, then I won't force him. No, no, no. Of course he's willing. He's definitely willing. Mo Chen thought. This was the best opportunity to arrange for someone to watch over Chong Mo. Chong Mo looked at Mo Chan and didn't say anything. Mo Chan was stunned for a moment, but he quickly understood. He immediately stood up and said, I'll ask him to come over right now. In the Korean team, the brother he had the best relationship with was naturally Silver Stone, who had followed him to the place where Su Yun was locked up. Mo Chan and Silver Stone were brought here together by Chui Li. 15 years ago, a shocking incident happened in Korea. Hundreds of 2 to 3 years old children disappeared together. The two of them were among them. They were sent to a desolate primitive forest to undergo all kinds of tests of life and death. Out of hundreds of people, only the two of them survived. They lived their entire childhood in fear until their father rescued them. Therefore, their relationship was very good. Mo Chan hoped that Silver Stone would be with him no matter what happened. That way he would feel safe. However, Chong Mo didn't know this. She also didn't know who was the closest to Mo Chen. Originally, when he went to Yenjing to bring Chong Mo back, he also hoped that Silver Stone would be with him. However, his father was worried that the target would be too big, so he only let him go alone. Now that Chong Mo had such a request, he felt a lot more at ease. Letting Silver Stone follow Chong Mo and monitor her every move was no different from staying by Chong Mo's side and monitoring her every move. Chong Mo didn't say anything and let Mo Chen leave in a hurry. She knew that the breakthrough lay with this person who went to see Su Yun with Mo Chen. As long as she could get information from this person, she would be able to find the truth. About 10 minutes after Mo Chen left, a figure appeared in Chong Mo's field of vision. Soon, Chong Mo saw the person's face clearly. Silver Stone. Sister Chong Mo, is that me? Silver Stone asked tentatively and then walked towards Chong Mo. Chong Mo thought, how would I know? However, she still looked calm on the surface. What do you think? Chapter 25-21. Silver Stone came with an order. Since Chong Mo gave him this special treatment and opportunity, he had to seize the opportunity and perform well. He knew that compared to Mo Chen, he was much weaker in the eyes of his father. Therefore, he had to seize this opportunity to prove to others that he was not weak. Whenever he encountered something that required his help, he would not disappoint them. This was Silver Stone's sense of mission this time. Sister Chong Mo Chan said that you were looking for me, Silver Stone said. I brought you some freshly squeezed orange juice. I heard that orange juice is your favorite. Thank you. Chong Mo said, actually, it's nothing much. I just wanted to find someone to chat with. The weather is very comfortable, but it's too boring to sit here alone. Silver Stone walked up and handed the orange juice to Chong Mo. He then sat beside Chong Mo. Sister Chong Mo, what do you want to talk about? Just a casual chat. Chong Mo smiled. How long have you been here? 9 years. Silver Stone said, I came here when I was 8. I remember that when I first came here, you only played with Brother Kan Kong and the others. You didn't pay much attention to us. Chong Mo said, yes. At that time, there was a language barrier. You didn't know English or Chinese. You only knew Smida. Haha, yes. Silver Stone smiled. At that time, I felt very helpless. I couldn't understand anything. I still remember that you were the one who taught us the alphabet. Yes, I remember that too. Chong Mo shrugged. At that time, she was very young and didn't like to talk. It was under the strong request of her father that she taught them the alphabet. Now that she thought about it, her father was thinking for her. He wanted her to interact with more people so that she could be more cheerful. Silverstone said, at that time, I thought, how could there be such a beautiful sister teaching us? So I had to learn Chinese well. That way, I could communicate with you. Chong Mo was stunned. This guy really knew how to talk. But then again, Koreans did have a sweet mouth and were more polite. She was very sure of this. You didn't talk to me much after you learned it, did you? Chong Mo asked. From what she could remember, Silver Stone had barely spoken to her. Because Big Sister has always given me the impression that she's very cold, so I didn't dare to disturb her, Silverstone said. She's been like this all this time. Chong Mo smiled and changed the topic. How many years has it been since you went back to your own country? Silverstone was stunned. Faced with this sudden change in question, he was at a loss. After I left, I never went back. Have you ever thought about going back? Chong Mo asked. Look at what your country has become after so many years. I don't know. Silverstone said, when I was taken away from my home, I had only just begun to remember things. I have no memory of my country at all, so I don't seem to have any feelings for that place. What about your family? Don't you miss your family? Chong Mo said. She had heard that they were all stolen from their homes. Their experiences were different from hers. They were not sold by their families. So, he probably didn't have that kind of hatred. Silverstone said, My family is my father and you. As for those people, I don't know them. I only know that if they had cared for me, I wouldn't have been stolen. So, Chong Mo was stunned. So I don't have any feelings for them, Silverstone said. I don't think I have any other family. Chong Mo took a deep breath. It seemed like his childhood had hurt him quite a lot. Family members need to live together, Silverstone said. So, I didn't live with them, and they didn't raise me. They only gave me a new life, but it was lost because of their carelessness. Perhaps they don't have the strength to face this problem, Chong Mo said. It doesn't matter if they don't have the strength to face this problem, I know that I can't accept it, Silverstone said. I can't accept people I've never lived with as family. Chong Mo smiled. Looks like the term family is still very sacred in your heart. Perhaps, Silverstone said. Silverstone said, It was my father who gave me a new life and took care of me like family. That's why I am who I am today. We are all my father's children, Chong Mo said. So, no matter what my father tells us to do, we will listen to him. Because this is the only way we can repay his kindness to us. Silverstone nodded. Yes, only then can we be worthy of being my father's children. A gust of sea breeze blew, and Chong Mo couldn't help but shiver. Silverstone saw that the weather was getting colder, so he wanted to put his coat on Chong Mo. Chong Mo smiled and refused. A coat can't block the sea breeze. When the wind rises, it will only get colder. I want to go back to my room. Do you want to come with me? I'll make you a cup of hot tea. Really? To be honest, Silverstone was flattered. He didn't expect Chong Mo to be so friendly. Of course. We are family. Didn't you say that just now? Chong Mo said, Family members don't need to be polite. They just need to care for each other. Then I'll accept your offer. Of course, Silverstone wouldn't refuse Chong Mo's invitation. Because Mo Chen told him that Chong Mo liked him. Silverstone was at the age where his hormones were the most out of control. He wouldn't refuse a beautiful girl's love. Even if this person was Chong Mo, his so-called family, his so-called sister, if it was really possible, he wouldn't reject what was about to happen. The two returned to Chong Mo's room. At first, Silverstone was a bit uncomfortable, but after Chong Mo gave him hot tea, he began to get used to it. Sister Chong Mo, I didn't expect your room to be so cozy. My room and Mo Chen's room is so messy. Father took care of me and gave me a separate room. Chong Mo smiled. If you need, I can help you clean your room. Is this true? Silverstone looked at Chong Mo in disbelief. You are so good to me. Chong Mo said, This is what I should do. Sister. I heard Mo Chen say that you like me? Silverstone carefully probed. Is this true? Do you really like me? Chong Mo was silent for a while. She looked at Silverstone and nodded. Silverstone was flattered. I like you too, really. I really like you. As he spoke, Silverstone suddenly stood up in front of Chong Mo. He wanted to press Chong Mo under his body. Chong Mo quickly dodged and reprimanded him. What are you doing? Sister, I like you. Let's. Silverstone couldn't control his impulse. If that's the case, give it to me. What nonsense are you talking about? Chong Mo said. I see you as my younger brother, as my family. What are you thinking? All I want is to have you. Silverstone didn't care about anything else. He heard that everything a girl said in front of the boy she liked was ironic. He felt that Chong Mo was being ironic. She was just trying to show her restraint. Chong Mo suddenly kicked Silverstone away. She picked up a recording pen on the table and turned it off. Silverstone was dizzy from the kick. He looked at Chong Mo, not knowing what to do. He didn't understand what she was trying to do. Chong Mo waved the recording pen in her hand. If this thing is given to father, what do you think will happen to you? Silverstone's mind went blank. Didn't she say that she liked him? What was the situation now? Why did everything suddenly change? I can tell you very clearly that if this thing is given to father, you will end up in a miserable state. Chong Mo said. Your mission is to spy on me, but you harassed me in this situation. You can imagine the consequences. Sister Chong Mo, what do you mean by this? Silverstone said. What did I do wrong? What did I do to offend you? You can tell me. Why did you use this method to trick me? Silverstone now realized that he had fallen into a trap. However, the recording pen had already recorded everything he had said in his desperation. There was only him and Chong Mo here. Nothing could help him prove anything. Everything was beneficial to Chong Mo. Chapter 25-22. Very good. Looks like you're not stupid. Chong Mo smiled. You know that this is my trap. You know that you've fallen into it. You're quite smart. Sister Chong Mo, if you have something to say, just say it. If you're not satisfied with me, there's no need to use such methods to deceive my feelings. Chong Mo's face was filled with disdain. Feelings? Do you have feelings? I think you've just exposed your primitive desires. You're not worthy of talking about feelings with me. You're not worthy. I know I went overboard just now, but that wasn't my intention. Ian Stone said, I only did it because you lied to me and said you liked me. Even if I like you, as your family, you shouldn't have done that. Chong Mo said, you keep talking about family, but you're the one who has the least feelings for them. Am I right? Ian Stone shook his head. No, why would I say that? I've always treated my family with sincerity. Everyone in heaven's eye is my family. Chong Mo didn't give up. Then what would you do if your family members were hurt? Would you stand up for them? You wouldn't. You're clearly not the kind of person who truly loves his family. Ian Stone looked at Chong Mo in confusion. Why would you say that? What did I do wrong? How did Kan Kong treat you? Chong Mo said, maybe you've already forgotten. But I remember very clearly that when you first arrived, Kan Kong took good care of you. Ian Stone's face froze when Chong Mo mentioned Kan Kong. He really didn't understand why Chong Mo would suddenly bring up such a thing. It made him feel helpless and helpless. I can tell you clearly, Ian Stone, you've done nothing wrong to Kan Kong. Chong Mo said, do you dare to swear to God? Say that you've done nothing wrong to him. Ian Stone shook his head in confusion. What have I done wrong to Kan Kong? Sister Chong Mo, you're being unreasonable. I'm being unreasonable? You're still planning to keep up the act? Chong Mo said, all right, then I'll be frank. Let me ask you, where are Kan Kong and the others locked up? Ian Stone's face turned green. He didn't expect Chong Mo to say something like that. He wasn't prepared at all. Chong Mo continued to stare at him. As long as he did not answer her question, she would continue to stare at him. Until he answers the questions. In-she was silent for a long time. Finally, he took a few deep breaths and calmed himself down. I'm sorry, Sister Chongmo. I have no idea what you're talking about. Chongmo sneered. You're still denying it? Looks like I wasn't wrong. Family means nothing to you. Everything you've said is just an excuse. My family is important to me, Silverstone said. I don't want to justify myself. Chongmo waved the recording pen in his hand. Is this how you treat your family? That's your trap. You're the one who deliberately led me to do this, Silverstone said. But who can prove it to you? Chongmo said, This is my room. Everything you said was recorded. I didn't say anything that I shouldn't have. I was just pouring tea for you like I do for all your family members. In-she was annoyed with his impulsive actions. He was trapped in this situation and couldn't get out. I was just impulsive. You can only say that to yourself. Do you think that if Father finds out, you can solve the problem by saying that you were impulsive? Chongmo said. At this point, In-she couldn't help but shiver. He didn't dare to imagine what would happen if Father found out. After all, as Chongmo said, no one could prove anything to him. The only thing that could prove it was this recording pen, but it was full of things that were unfavorable to him. As long as I hand this over to Father, I think the punishment you'll receive will be unimaginable, Chongmo said. Do you want to give it a try? Sister Chongmo, I beg you. I beg you, don't do this. In-she said, I know I was wrong. I apologize for my actions. I beg you, please don't tell Father about this. Chongmo smiled. She knew that she had grasped In-she's weakness. Okay, then I'll ask you a few questions. As long as you answer honestly, I won't pursue any wrongdoings. In-she nodded vigorously. Okay. Ask me. As long as I can answer you, I'll answer you. You don't have to answer me only if you can answer me. As long as you know, regardless of whether you can answer me or not, you have to answer me. Chongmo said, I'm not joking with you. I really dare to hand this thing over to Father. I believe you. I absolutely believe you. In-she said. Chongmo closed her eyes and organized her thoughts. She said, Did Father send you and Emo-chan to spy on me? In-she was stunned. He thought for a moment. I can't say that. Father was worried about you. He saw that you weren't in a good state, so he asked us to keep an eye on you. You only need to say yes or no. You don't need to explain yourself, Chongmo said. Do you understand? In-she took a deep breath. Yes. Why did Father ask you to spy on me? Is it because he doesn't trust me? Chongmo said. That's why he wants to know everything about me. This. Yes or no? Chongmo cut him off. In-she was suppressed by Chongmo. He couldn't do anything but nod. Although Chongmo had already expected this answer, he still felt a stab of pain and discomfort in his heart when he received the confirmation. It seems that I'm not wrong, so I think all my questions can be answered with certainty. Chongmo smiled bitterly. In-she, listen carefully. The two questions you asked weren't questions at all. You know that I know the answers to my own questions. In-she said helplessly, Then what other questions do you have? Sister Chongmo, please forgive me. If Father knows that I said these things, he'll punish me. Then you want me to hand this recording pen to Father? To ruin your reputation in front of everyone in Heaven's Eye? Chongmo said. Even if you really do that, Emo-chan will explain it for me, In-she said. But everyone knows how close you are to Emo-chan. So whatever he says for you can't be considered an explanation for you, Chongmo said. You won't be accepted or forgiven. In-she felt like he had fallen into his pants. There was no way he could explain it. Stop dreaming about those meaningless things, Chongmo said. I'll ask you a question. You tell me and answer me. Then I'll pretend that nothing happened today. You won't lose anything and I won't gain anything, right? Then what else do you want to ask? Ian Stone was indeed a little angry. He was already being pressured by Chong Mo to the point where he didn't know what to do. I still have many questions, Chong Mo said. I want to ask you, what's the situation with Kan Kong and the others? Ian She's face was drained of all color. Sister Chong Ma, Father told you that Kan Kong and the others are injured and are recuperating in different places. Don't you even believe Father's words? You're right. I don't even believe Father's words, Chong Mo said. Shouldn't you tell me the truth now? I'm begging you, don't force me, Ian She said. I really don't know anything. Chong Mo nodded. All right, then I won't force you. You look like you're in pain. Go back and think about how you're going to explain to Father that you harassed me today. Ian She's face was ashen. Sister Chong Mo, do you really want to kill me to vent your anger? No, I definitely don't mean that, Chong Mo said. You go. I'm just reminding you out of kindness. I'll give you an hour to think about how you're going to explain. Of course, Ian She couldn't leave. If this matter really reached Father's ears, even if Father knew that he wasn't in the wrong, he would still try to solve the problem with the mentality of killing one to warn the others. If he didn't punish him severely, the public wouldn't be convinced. Therefore, Ian She wouldn't gain anything from this matter. He didn't even dare to imagine how terrible the punishment would be. Chapter 25-23. Go. Do you want me to send you away? Chong Mo said, if you still want to stay here, then I won't give you the chance. As she spoke, Chong Mo suddenly tore off her collar, revealing half of her breasts. Her mesmerizing collarbone and white shoulders made people want to take a bite out of them. But Ian Stone didn't have any impulse or thoughts. His mind was a mess, and there was an indescribable irritation in his heart. He couldn't solve this problem at all. If there's anything else you want to say, then say it. Chong Mo smiled. If I can help you, I will. But if I have to do something, I will do it. I beg you, Sister Chong Mo, don't force me. I'm really, really begging you. Ian Stone almost knelt down in front of Chong Mo. If I say anything, then my end will be even worse. As long as you don't say anything and I don't say anything, no one will know what you said to me. Chong Mo said, but if you don't cooperate with me, then I will immediately let everyone know that you harassed me. It's that simple. Make your choice. Ian Stone struggled in pain. Even though he hadn't said anything, Chong Mo already had her own judgment of the situation. If Ian Stone really didn't know anything, if what his father said was true, then Ian Stone wouldn't have to be so conflicted. It was because there was an unspeakable secret that Ian Stone was so conflicted and didn't know what to do. To him, this was a form of punishment, but to Chong Mo, it was also a form of torture. I'll only give you 1 minute. Chong Mo said, I don't have that much patience. Ian Stone took a deep breath. Sister Chong Mo, if I say it, can you promise to keep it a secret? I really can't let my father know that I'm talking nonsense. If that happens, he will. I don't know if he will still recognize me as a child. I'm really scared. If his father didn't recognize him, then there was only one end for him, and that was death. Ian Stone's words were very subtle. He didn't want to die. If he said something he shouldn't, then his father would most likely kill him. But I believe that if Father knew that you harassed me, he would definitely not acknowledge you as a child. Your end will be the same. Chong Mo said, one is a death that will ruin your reputation, the other is a safe choice. Silver Stone was at a loss. Was this really the safest choice? But other than believing in this so-called safe choice, what other choice did he have? I know the answer you want to know. Let me tell you, they didn't go to heal themselves, and Remnant Sky wasn't poisoned. Silver Stone said, that's all I can tell you. Chong Mo ignored Ian Stone's words and continued to ask, are they all on the island now? Where are they? I can't say any more, Sister Chong Ma. I really can't talk about it anymore. Silver Stone said, even if you want to sue me for harassment, I won't talk about it anymore. You've already said it. Do you think this little bit of information doesn't count? Chong Mo said, You harassed me and told me that Kangkong wasn't poisoned and that they weren't injured. I told Father all of this. Father will make you wish you were dead. What do you think? Silverstone felt a chill run up his spine from the soles of his feet to his head. This chill made him not dare to move. Sister Chong Ma, you said you wouldn't tell Father, so I told you. How can you go back on your words? I didn't go back on my words. I haven't told Father and Father yet, so you have to answer all my questions. Chong Mo said, Do you know what I mean? Ian Stone swallowed his saliva. Sister Chong Ma, that's enough. Are they imprisoned? Chong Mo said, I just need you to say yes or no. Don't tell me any more nonsense. I don't want to hear so much nonsense. Ian Stone closed his eyes. His breathing was rapid. It was obvious that he was in pain. He was struggling to make a choice. Chong Mo chose to remain silent. She knew that the quieter the environment, the more terrifying it was. Therefore, she believed that Ian Stone couldn't overcome the fear in his heart. This had nothing to do with his loyalty. It was related to the fear in his heart. It was because of this fear that he made the choice. Yes. After more than a minute of struggle, Ian Stone finally opened his mouth. This answer was affirmative, which made Chong Mo feel a great sense of loss. Although she wanted to know the truth, when the truth was confirmed, everything became so difficult to accept. You know where they are imprisoned, right? Chong Mo said, Ian Stone, I know that Father will be angry if you tell him these things. But I can guarantee that no one will ever know that you told me these things. Tell me, do you know where they are being held captive? Ian Stone clenched his teeth. Since he had said everything, he might as well say it all. When the time came, he could die a quick death. It's in the basement of Father's room. Ian Stone said, Sister Chong Ma, I've said what I should and shouldn't say. Now, I really want you to give me a quick death. Let me die. Don't worry, I won't let anyone know. Chong Mo said, I promise you, I just want to know. That's all. Ian Stone said, Sister Chong Ma, I know that you all grew up together. You are all family. But they did something wrong, so they have to bear the responsibility. Father did this for their own good. What did they do wrong? Chong Mo asked. They didn't listen to Father and went to Yenjing without permission. Ian Stone said, if Father didn't notice and stop them in time, they would have been controlled by Hua Xia together with you. Chong Mo's mind went blank. So, they went to Yenjing? Yes. Ian Stone had nothing to worry about now. But before they found you, Father found them. This prevented the situation from escalating. Chong Mo's lips curled up slightly. She sneered. Prevented the situation from escalating. So, it wasn't them who gave up on her. It was Father who gave up on her? For a moment, Chong Mo didn't even know if she should feel lucky or sad. She felt like she was a chess piece that could be thrown anywhere. When needed, she would be used. When not needed, she would be thrown away. This feeling was very uncomfortable. Chong Mo couldn't accept it at all. Father is doing this for the sake of the bigger picture. Ian Stone said, I know, I understand. You don't have to explain anything. Chong Mo interrupted Ian Stone. Just because they went to Hua Xia, they were locked up and punished when they came back? Ian Stone nodded. As far as I know, that's what happened. What about Nian Yi? Did he come back with you? Chong Mo asked. Ian Stone nodded. If that's the case, Nian Yi didn't die in Hua Xia. Chong Mo said, so he's still alive. Ian Stone didn't know what to say. He could only shake his head. The dead can't come back to life. How did he die? Chong Mo's face was no longer sad. All that was left was hatred. She hated this kind of deceit. She hated this kind of lie. This place made her feel like she was in a world of lies. Everything was a lie. He shouldn't have disobeyed Father's orders. Ian Stone said, if he didn't treat Father's orders as his only orders, then he doesn't have the right to continue being a family member of Skynet. Chong-mo laughed bitterly. So he deserved to die? Why? Why did you do this to him? Don't tell me father doesn't remember what he did? How much did he sacrifice for Skynet? How much did he sacrifice for his family? Ian Stone shook his head. He shouldn't have run away. He really shouldn't have run away. I don't care why he did it, and I don't want to know why he did it. I just want to know, did he die because of me? Chong-mo said. Ian Stone fell silent. There was no answer to this question. If it was because of Chong-mo, then it was indeed because of her. However, if it was because he went against father's orders, then it was also because he went against father's orders. After all, it was father who asked them to reflect on their mistakes. He escaped and went against father's orders. This was a big taboo in Skynet. It was a very, very big taboo. Therefore, even Kang and Gu Li didn't dare to go against father's orders. If father asked them to reflect on their actions, then they had to do so. It didn't matter if they thought they were wrong or not. They could only come out when father asked them to. Chapter 25-24. He didn't die because of you. He asked for it. Ian Stone took a deep breath. It has nothing to do with you. It was his own betrayal. Chong-mo shook her head in disbelief. That's impossible. Nyen Yi would never betray because he knew who he was living for. If he betrayed, it would only be because someone else betrayed him. Ian Stone stared at Chong-mo in shock. His voice trembled as he said, "Are you saying that father betrayed him? I really don't know what nonsense you're spouting. Have you gone mad?" "I'm not the one who's gone mad. If it was me, I wouldn't have imprisoned them. They didn't do anything wrong. They only did what they thought they should do." Chong-mo muttered to herself. Ian Stone was scared. He didn't know what kind of madness Chong-mo was spouting. However, he knew very well that Chong-mo was definitely not in her right mind. A sane person wouldn't spout such nonsense to slander his father. She's gone mad. She's really gone mad. Ian Stone knew that he shouldn't stay here for too long. If he stayed here for too long, it would arouse suspicion. If anything happened to Chong-mo, he wouldn't be able to bear the responsibility. Ian Stone fled the scene as fast as he could. His heart was beating wildly. After he left, he couldn't go anywhere. He still needed to monitor Chong-mo's every move. That was his mission. Ian Stone was on the verge of breaking down. However, he had already said so many things to Chong-mo that he shouldn't have. He didn't dare to ask anyone for help. He didn't even dare to tell Mo-chan what he had said to Chong-mo. This was because he knew the severity of the situation all too well. Chong-mo didn't care about Ian Stone's departure. She already knew everything she wanted to know. Nothing else mattered. After all, it had nothing to do with Ian Stone. He was only chosen because of his bad luck. He had a good relationship with Mo-chen and was even brought to the place where Su-yun was imprisoned by Mo-chen. He had said something that he shouldn't have. Perhaps Silverstone would never understand that everything that happened today was because of one sentence he said. Moreover, he thought that Su-yun did not understand the Smita language, which was why he said it. If he hadn't pestered Mo-chen to take him to see this Su-yun who had alarmed his father, he wouldn't have been reduced to such a state today. Kang and the others had been imprisoned while Nyen Yi had been executed for some unknown reason. Chong-mo found it hard to accept all of this. Although all of this was what Su-yun had said would happen, it was really difficult to face it. Even though Chong-mo had prepared herself mentally, she still couldn't come back to her senses for a long time. Just like that, she sat in her room, thinking about how to completely solve the problem. Chui Li lived alone in a house. It was a very large house with a total of 2 floors, one above ground and the other below ground. On the lower floor, there was Chui Li's physiotherapy room, Chui Li's video room, and the meeting room where Chui Li could talk to any of them alone. That place was mysterious to the people of the Sky's Eye, because very few people would go down there to talk to their fathers. Unless there was an important task to arrange, or there was an important task to report after completing the task. Other than that, there was nothing else that would give anyone the opportunity to go down there and see what was going on. It could even be said that very few people had actually entered the basement of her father's house. Chong Mo had only been there once, and that was when she had accepted the Ebola virus weapon trade mission. That was when she had been summoned to the basement of her father's house for the first time. Hence, that was a mysterious place. It was the only forbidden place on the island for the people of the Sky's Eye. If this had been in the past, Chong Mo would never have dared to touch the forbidden place so easily. If she couldn't go to a place, she couldn't go there. Without any reason, she would obey unconditionally. However, this time, she really couldn't do it. When she found out that Can Kong and the others had been imprisoned here, she couldn't do it anymore. Besides, she must find out the cause of Nian Ye's death. Perhaps other than Can Kong and the others, no one else would know the cause of Nian Ye's death. She must go down there. She must go down there without her father's knowledge and find out what had happened. Just like that, Chong Mo walked towards Chui Li's house as if she was possessed by a supernatural force. Ian Stone, who had been secretly watching her, nearly wet his pants in fright. "What's going on? Didn't I say that I'm not going to tell my father?" Ian Stone had no idea what Chong Mo was thinking. All he knew was that he no longer had any control over his own life. To be honest, this wasn't a good feeling at all. He hated the feeling of waiting for death the most. It was as if he had no control over his own fate. It was simply unreasonable. However, even so, Ian Stone still secretly followed Chong Mo to Chui Li's house. His heart was filled with apprehension, but he had prepared himself for the worst. If he sensed that something wasn't right, he wouldn't just sit and wait for death. He wouldn't allow himself to be captured either. He would choose to run away. The further he ran, the better. He doesn't want to ruin everything for himself just like that. There would come a time when the truth would be revealed. Before the truth is revealed, he wouldn't be so foolish as to throw his life away. Just like that, Ian Stone watched as Chong Mo walked into his father's house. He felt as if his heart was in his throat and he almost stopped breathing. Chui Li was very surprised that Chong Mo had come to his room at this time. "What's wrong, Chong Mo? Do you need my advice? Or do you need my help?" "I know I shouldn't disturb you at this time, but I still decided to come and take a look." Chong Mo said, "I heard from them that your back pain has gotten worse. I don't know what I can do for you." "Ha ha ha, child, I'm very happy that you're so considerate." Chui Li said, "As for my back pain, there's really nothing you can do to help me. You just need to take care of yourself. That's the biggest help you can give me." Chong Mo said, "Dad, don't tell me that physical therapy has no effect at all?" "No, of course it's useful. It's very useful." Chui Li said, "If I didn't insist on physiotherapy, I'm afraid I wouldn't even be able to sit up straight by myself." "Dad, where's your physiotherapy room? Let me see if the equipment is old." Chong Mo said, "If that's the case, I'll find a way to buy you the latest physiotherapy equipment tomorrow." Chui Li waved his hand and said, "No, no, no. I've already used the most advanced physiotherapy equipment in the world. Thank you, child. You're really more filial than any of them." Chong Mo said, "Dad, let me take a look. I'm worried that they'll lie to you. Just tell me where the physiotherapy room is." "It's downstairs." "Haha, there's no need." Chui Li of course had to stop Chong Mo from going downstairs. Once she went downstairs, everything would be revealed. "But you really don't need to see it." "Really? Then I'll always be worried," Chong Mo said. Chui Li's refusal was very serious. "I said I don't need it. I really don't need it." "Dad, did you do physiotherapy today? If not, I'll learn from the physiotherapist later." Chong Mo was determined to see if Chui Li dared to let her go downstairs. Chui Li's reaction was still very firm. "No need. I've already done physiotherapy. I don't need it today." "Then when do you want to do physiotherapy tomorrow?" "I'll go with you." Chong Mo said, "If I can learn it, I can help father relieve pain in the future." Chong-emo, thank you. Chui Li said, I'm really lucky to have such a sensible and beautiful daughter like you. Chong-emo said, Dad, you don't have to be so polite. This is what I should do. You took care of me when I was young. Now it's my turn to take care of you. I only hope that father and father can be healthy. Then everything will be fine. Ha ha ha, good. Everything will be fine. Chui Li said, Don't worry. Even if it's for you, I'll take good care of my body. Chong-emo, it's getting late. You should go back first. I don't want to go back. I think it's boring to be alone in the room. Chong-emo said, I'll sleep here tonight. I'll sleep on the sofa. Chui Li hadn't done physiotherapy yet. If he didn't do it today, his waist would definitely be in pain tomorrow. Therefore, he couldn't let Chong-emo stay here. Sleeping on the sofa will be very tiring. It's not good for your waist. You need to take care of yourself when you're young. Otherwise, you'll end up like me when you're old. But I really can't sleep when I go back. I've been very irritated these days. Chong-emo said, I don't know what's going on. Everyone in the East seemed to be like this. Huaxia was like this, Japan was like this, Korea was like this, and even Singapore, Malaysia, and Thailand were like this. Their ideas were more old-fashioned than Westerners, but they were more particular than Westerners. This seemed to be the only explanation. It was because of this that Chong-emo finally chose to stand up, bid farewell to Chui Li, and left. When Chong-emo walked out, Silverstone, who had been hiding in the dark, let out a sigh of relief. It seemed like nothing had happened. As for why, he had no idea. He only knew that he should be safe now. Chong-emo walked back to his room as if he was wandering. In order to make sure, Silverstone had no choice but to bite the bullet and walk to Chong-mo's room. Chong-emo saw Silverstone and said expressionlessly, Do you still want to say something now? You didn't say anything to Dad, right? Silverstone said. What do you think? If I had said something, do you think you would still be standing in front of me safe and sound? Chong-emo said. Silverstone took a deep breath. He already knew the answer, but when he heard it from Chong-emo, he still felt a lot better. But I really don't know when I will say something I shouldn't say. It's very possible. Chong-emo said, What do you think I should do? What do you want? I've already told you everything I know. Silverstone said, You should let me go. I came here to ask you for that recording pen. You know what I mean. Chong-emo laughed. Why? Are you afraid that I'll lose it? If someone finds it, you'll really become famous. Silverstone was not in the mood to laugh. Sister Chong-mo, I beg you to stop joking. I really can't take it. I really just want that pen now. The recording must be deleted. Otherwise, I won't be able to sit still. Chong-emo took out the recording pen from her pocket. In front of Silverstone, she snapped the pen in half and threw it to him. There's no recording in it. You've been fooled, Chong-emo said with a look of indifference. Silverstone was petrified. Chong-emo had lied to him. Damn it! Chong-emo knew that Silverstone must be furious, but she also knew that anger was meaningless because he had made an even more serious mistake. You've told me everything you shouldn't have, Chong-emo said. Now we're in the same boat. Silverstone's whole body trembled. He even had the urge to kill someone in his heart. Of course, Chong-emo could feel the murderous aura from him, but it didn't matter to her. She knew very well that if Silverstone had the guts, he wouldn't have been so passive just now. Don't think about those meaningless fantasies. If you dared to do anything to me, you would have done it already, Chong-emo said, but you don't dare, and you can't. Silverstone really couldn't do anything. He was completely under Chong-mo's control. Right now, I'm father's best trump card to take down Su Yun. If you destroy this trump card, I believe you'll end up worse, Chong-emo said, so I think it's best if you don't resist. How long are you going to use me for? Silverstone said. I need you to think of a way to get father to leave the island for a while tomorrow, Chong-mo said. If you can't do it, I'll expose everything. Neither of us will have a good ending. Fortunately, I'm still useful, but you're not. Maybe I'll be fine by then. I'll just apologize, but you... Silverstone swallowed his saliva. Chong-mo didn't need to say more. He could already imagine the consequences. I'll listen to you. What do you want me to do? Silverstone said. Chong-mo smiled. You don't need me to teach you. Think of a way yourself. I believe you'll find a way. Silverstone shook his head. But this is too difficult for me. I don't know if I can do it. There's nothing a person can't do. As long as there's enough pressure, anything can be done. I believe this, Chong-mo said. If you don't think there's enough pressure, I can give you some pressure right now. I understand. Silverstone raised his hands and gestured for her to stop. I know what to do. Trust me, I'll give you an answer tomorrow. That's right. Chong-mo said, I need father to leave the island and not come back for at least an hour. Beads of sweat appeared on Silverstone's forehead. You want to go under father's house? That's not something you should worry about, Chong-mo said. You just need to think about how to get father to leave. Silverstone said, I just want to remind you that I can complete my task. But if you get yourself into trouble, please don't drag me into it, okay? I don't want to be dragged into it. I know the consequences of trespassing, so you don't have to worry, Chong-mo said. I'll be very careful. But even if you can see Can Kong and the others, what can they do? Silverstone said, Do you think they'll come with you? They're being punished. Chong-mo glanced at Silverstone. You can speak louder if you want everyone to know that you're doing something taboo with me. Silverstone immediately shut up. He did realize that he had spoken a little too loudly. He didn't want to have anything to do with Chong-mo right now. If you don't want anyone to know, then keep your mouth shut and do what you're supposed to do, Chong-mo said. I don't want to not hear from you tomorrow because I don't have the slightest bit of patience. Chapter 25-26. Silverstone didn't know how he left in a daze. When he returned to his room, Emo-chan was very surprised. Why are you back? I don't feel well. I feel like my chest is very tight. I can't hold on any longer, Silverstone explained casually. You should arrange for someone else to do it. Emo-chan looked at Silverstone blankly. Why would you feel uncomfortable? I didn't ask you to do anything else. Chong-mo said she likes you. You can't even do that. What's the use of you? Silverstone didn't bother explaining himself, even though Emo-chan called him a piece of trash. He knew that the more he explained, the easier it would be to leave a flaw. That was why he didn't explain himself. Only by not explaining himself could he get a more convincing answer. Most of the time, people were like this. The more he explained, the more doubts he would have. On the other hand, not facing the truth was more likely to be forgiven. All right, then go to sleep, Emo-chan said. Don't blame me for not giving you a chance. This is a good chance for you to do something for your father. Silverstone, I have to say that you're really a piece of mud that can't be helped. You can say whatever you want. I don't have any objections, Silverstone said. I only know that my chest is really tight right now. I'm afraid that I won't be able to hold on any longer. Emo-chan cursed under his breath, then turned and left. Since Silverstone couldn't handle this matter, he needed someone else to solve the problem. His father had already said that they would monitor Chong-mo's every move 24/7. He had to arrange the time properly. There couldn't be a single minute where no one was watching. No matter what, Emo-chan had already done everything he could. He couldn't allow any more mistakes. Before the thorny problem of Su-yun was solved, Chong-mo had to stabilize his emotions. He had to avoid anything that would cause Chong-mo's emotions to fluctuate as much as possible. Brother, you'd better listen to me clearly. I gave you one chance after another, but you didn't take it seriously again and again. Before Emo-chan left, he turned back and complained, Do you know that this is our only chance to suppress Can Kong and the others? I don't want you to mess it up. Silver Stone lay on his bed without saying a word. Mess it up. Didn't he already mess it up? Chong Mo already knew that Kan Kong and the others were being held captive on the island. Haven't things been messed up enough? It was already too late to mend the pen after the sheep was lost. Ian Stone did not want to waste any more words. Just let Mo Chen do what he wanted. No one knew how things would turn out. Who knew what kind of unforeseen event would suddenly occur? At least that was the case for now. Silver Stone took a deep breath and closed his eyes. He didn't want to hear any news from anyone, nor did he want to hear any news from anyone. Damn it! Mo Chen slammed the door shut and left. Chong Mo almost couldn't sleep that night. She had observed everything clearly. Mo Chen's men had never stopped monitoring her. She believed that even if her father was transferred away tomorrow, there would still be people who would cause trouble for her. If she wanted to avoid these troubles, the only way was for Silver Stone to keep an eye on her while her father was away. That way, she could do whatever she wanted. This was indeed a very difficult task, but Chong Mo believed that no difficulty could stop her. As long as she worked hard, she would definitely be able to find the truth. No matter the price, Chong Mo must find out the cause of Nian Ye's death. She could not just stand by and watch. Throughout the night, people took turns to monitor Chong Mo, but Chong Mo did not see Silver Stone carrying out this task. She was not sure why, but she did not want him to reveal anything and lose his trust. If that were to happen, the gains would not make up for the losses. Hence, Chong Mo was very worried about this. She was still very worried about this matter even when dawn broke. Furthermore, Chong Mo was also looking forward to seeing what Silver Stone could think of to send her father away. This was the most important thing. If he couldn't even do this, then all the plans would be for naught. However, this was also what troubled Ian Stone the most. What reason could he use to convince his father to leave? This was something that was even harder to accomplish than letting him die. He prayed to God the entire night, praying that God would help him. His prayers seemed to have been answered. Something had happened at sea. It was a ship that was transporting supplies from Heaven's Eye. Someone had actually dared to hijack Heaven's Eye's ship. What was even more infuriating was that the hijackers had actually started a massacre. This was something that Chui Li could not tolerate. He wanted to personally lead his men to resolve this matter and kill every single one of those demons. When Chong Mo heard the news, she looked at Ian Stone in shock, thinking that he was the one who had arranged this. In order to disguise herself better, Chong Mo also volunteered. "Father, I want to go with you too." "It's fine with them coming with me." Chui Li pointed at Mo Chan and the others. "It's better for you to stay at home. If you have the time, go talk to Su Yun." Chong Mo nodded helplessly. "Then you must be careful." Father, I think we should leave someone behind to protect Sister Chong Mo. What if they're trying to lure us away from our base?" Mo Chan said carefully. "I'm just worried." Chui Li nodded. "You're right. Then let Ian Stone stay with me. If I remember correctly, he's pretty good at chess," Chong Mo said. "I want someone to play chess with me." "All right, Ian Stone. You can stay," Chui Li said without hesitation. They were in a hurry. He did not have much time to waste. Mo Chan and the others were already preparing to board the ship and leave. Ian Stone had no reason to refuse. However, he really did not want to stay. Because if he stayed, he would not be able to clear his name. He could not stop Chong Mo from doing what she wanted to do. So, once Chong Mo did something, he could only watch helplessly. When father returned and discovered the problem, how was he supposed to cover up his lie? Silver Stone was completely confused. He really didn't know what he should do. "Ian Stone, perform well. This is the best chance for you to show your ability." Before Mo Chen left, he patted Ian Sher's shoulder and said, "Take good care of Sister Chong Ma and help her persuade Su Yun. When father comes back, he will definitely look at you in a new light. Believe me, this is your chance to perform." Ian Stone smiled bitterly and shook his head. What kind of chance was this? When the time came, they would all show off in front of father and father. He could only wait here like an idiot. Damn it! He should not have believed Chong Mo's words yesterday. Otherwise, he would not have ended up in this situation. Opportunities are only given to those who are prepared. I believe you were prepared yesterday, Emo-chan said and boarded the ship. They quickly left. Ian Stone's expression became more and more stiff. When only the two of them were left, Chong Mo asked in disbelief, "You arranged it? You arranged for people to kill our people on the material ship? How is that possible? How could I have such an ability?" Ian Stone said, "I did not do anything at all. I did not have a choice. I could only pray to God. Do you understand? I did not do anything." Then this incident was completely a coincidence? Chong Mo was even more shocked. Can there really be such a coincidence? I don't care if it was a coincidence or not. But this is not what I wanted. Ian Stone vented his emotions. Damn it! Just when would it end? What are you trying to do? You should know that I am staying to monitor you. And I have to tell father about what you did. Chong Mo said, "Up to you. If you want to say it, then say it. Your mouth is on your body. It has nothing to do with me. You are really forcing me." Ian Stone was angry. He was really angry. "That's right," Chong Mo said. "I will go to the lower floor of father's house to look for people. You can tell father. But if father asks me how I know, I will answer truthfully. Just like how you do not want to lie to father, I do not want to lie to him." Ian Stone was completely defeated by Chong Mo. He could not do anything. He was completely under her control. That was why Chong Mo wanted him to stay. Only if he stayed, it would be the most beneficial for her. "Let's not waste any more time," Chong Mo said. "I am going now. If you don't want father to find out everything about me, then keep an eye on me. Don't let anyone know that I am inside." Chapter 25-27. Damn it! Silverstone punched the wall angrily. He was really angry now. He was angry that all of this made him so frustrated and helpless. "I'm warning you. They'll deal with this quickly if you don't want anything to go wrong. Solve this problem as soon as possible." Silverstone said, "I have my own bottom line." "Don't cross it." "What's your bottom line?" "I want to know." Chong Mo said, "I don't want to accidentally cross it. I can only apologize since I didn't know. My bottom line is that you can go in and see them, but you can't encourage them to come out. You can't encourage them to leave." Silverstone said, "I'll kill anyone who comes out other than you." Chong Mo smiled. "Just because it's your duty? Because if you don't do it, you won't be able to show your loyalty, right?" "Yes. That's right. That's it." Silverstone said, "I promise you that I'm not just saying this. If they dare to betray father's orders, there's only one result. Kill them." Chong Mo closed his eyes and adjusted his breathing. "All right. Since you've said so, what else can I say?" However, Chong Mo had another question in mind. If Kangkong, Gu Li, or Jie Su were to come out, who could Silverstone kill if any of them came out? Even she might not be able to kill Silverstone. Was he going to kill Kangkong and the others? Any one of them could make Silverstone lose miserably. What could he use to challenge them? "I believe you. Remember, you only have a short time. If father comes back, I won't be able to protect you," Silverstone said. "If father comes back, you won't be able to protect yourself, right?" Chong Mo smiled. "Don't worry. Father won't be coming back any time soon. It'll take at least 1 or 2 hours. We have plenty of time. Don't worry." Silverstone knew that it would take at least 1 or 2 hours to deal with this situation. However, he still couldn't calm down. His heart was beating faster and faster. He couldn't take it anymore. If Silverstone's shortness of breath yesterday was an act, then this was definitely his real reaction. He really couldn't bear such a huge pressure. It was too terrifying. If you can't adjust your emotions like this, you won't be able to persist, Chong-mo said. Calm down and pretend that you didn't see me go to father's room. Other than that, what else could Silverstone do? Perhaps this was the only way he could comfort himself. There was no other way to relieve this enormous pressure. Chong-mo quickly snuck into Chui Li's room. Silverstone stood guard at the side, his heart unable to calm down. This kind of life that felt like a year really made Silverstone want to commit suicide. It was too torturous, so torturous that it was unbearable. This was definitely the most unbearable thing he had ever done in the history of Silverstone. Right now, he just wanted to be free as soon as possible. Even if his father found out, he didn't want to continue doing this. Thinking about it was just thinking. If he really had to choose, he would still be afraid of facing death. Therefore, he still wouldn't easily let his father know all of this. This was what he had to ensure now. Chong-mo came to basement 1 and gently pushed open the door. She didn't know if there was anyone else inside, so she had to be as careful as possible. If someone else saw her, she would have no other choice but to end their life to protect herself. This was something Chong-mo didn't want to happen. Therefore, she tried her best to avoid making any noise and carefully entered basement 1. It was very dark downstairs. There were no lights at all. Chong-mo slowly realized that perhaps there was no one else here other than her. She tentatively called out softly, "Are you guys here?" Although her voice was soft, it was clear enough in this place. At least Chong-mo heard it very clearly. "It's me. I'm back." Chong-mo didn't give up. Clearly, although this call was very soft, the people below could hear it very clearly. "Is it Chong-mo?" Kan Kong almost jumped up in excitement. Gu Li and Jie Su also heard Chong-mo's voice and immediately became excited. This was probably the most heavenly voice they had heard in a long time. It could be said that they never felt that there was anything wrong with being locked up in this place, nor did they feel wronged. The only thing they were worried about was Chong-mo. Now that Chong-mo was back, they felt that all their sacrifices weren't in vain. "It's me. Where are you?" Chong-mo was also very excited. To her, this was definitely an unexpected piece of good news. "It's really you, Chong-mo." Gu Li had always been a calm and steady person. Now that she heard Chong-mo's voice, she couldn't help but become excited. Jie Su took a deep breath. After so many days, this was the first time a smile appeared on his face. This was definitely a miracle to him, a miracle of miracles. "I can't believe you're really back." Kan Kong didn't care if his words were inappropriate. He couldn't think of anything else now. Chong-mo followed their voices and quickly found the room they were locked in. "Are you guys okay? Why did father lock you up here?" "It's good that you're back. It's fine for us to be locked up." Gu Li smiled. "This is really the biggest surprise I've received in my life." Jie Su also said, "Yeah, it's definitely a surprise." "Why are you the only one here?" Kan Kong seemed to have realized something. "Where's Nian Yi?" "Father, are you going to punish him because of this?" "He's already rescued her. What's there to punish?" Jie Fu said, "He has already accomplished something that should have been impossible." "How unbelievable is that?" "Father definitely won't punish him. He can't even wait to reward him." The expression on Chong-mo's face instantly turned serious. The excitement and happiness he had felt earlier was instantly extinguished. "Nian Yi. He's really amazing. I can't believe that he's capable of such a thing." Gu Li's voice was filled with shock. "I really want to ask that fellow how he's done it." Chong-mo's words quickly extinguished their excitement. "I've never seen Nian Yi." In an instant, the air seemed to have frozen. No one said a word. The silence was as if all the air had been sucked out. After a long time, Chong-mo finally spoke again. "Nian Yi has never been to Huaxia." The three of them couldn't help but gasp. Chong-mo fought back the tears that were about to fall. "When I came in, Shi warned me that if you dared to leave, you would be going against Father. If you disobeyed Father, he would kill you. Even though Shi had been boasting, the three of them couldn't bring themselves to laugh. I just want to know if Nian Yi had left without Father's permission, said Chong Mo. King Kong tried his best to regulate his breathing. Chong Mo, perhaps there's a misunderstanding in this matter. I don't want to hear an explanation. If I did, I wouldn't have spent so much effort to find out that you've been locked up in this place. Chong Mo exclaimed. I just want to know the answer now. Did Father lock Nian Yi up with all of you? Nian Yi didn't get his permission to leave. The three of them fell silent. Perhaps silence was the best answer. Chong Mo fought back the tears that were about to fall. He raised his head and said, I understand. Thank you. What happened to Nian Yi? Jie Su could no longer hold it in. He was on very good terms with Nian Yi. Even though no one had said it out loud, everyone was well aware of it. Chong Mo's laughter was so helpless and so desolate. Do you know what kind of answers I received when I returned? No one spoke. They all waited quietly for Chong Mo. I received an answer about each of your conditions. Chong Mo continued. Father told me that he had sent you to save me and that you were all injured. Kang Kong was severely poisoned, Silly's external injuries were severe, Jie Su's external injuries were also severe. As for Nian Yi, he's dead. When Chong Mo said the word dead, the atmosphere seemed to have become even more unbearable. I know that the situation of the three of you is all fake. I really hope that Nian Ye's condition is fake as well. Chong Mo's voice was a little hysterical. But now, it seems that perhaps only Nian Ye's condition is real. Chapter 25-28. Kang Kong's expression stiffened and his eyes turned hollow. He suddenly realized the gravity of the situation. Perhaps Nian Yi had never left the island. Is it a betrayal that he went to Beijing to save her? Jie Su could not understand. He regretted not going out with Nian Yi. He would have known the truth then. Gu Li shook her head. That's impossible. Nian Yi will be fine. He did go out and removed the GPS chip from his body. As long as he goes out, Father won't be able to find him. I think there must be an accident. There must be some other reason, right? The GPS chip in my body was also removed and destroyed. Chong Mo said, but after I arrived at Guqin Island, Father was still able to get Mo Chen to pinpoint my location. After Chong Mo finished speaking, she turned around and showed them the back of her neck. Through the small window on the heavy door, Kang Kong and the others saw the tattoo on the back of Chong Mo's neck. Although the cut was well hidden, they could still vaguely see it. Everyone was very clear about what this meant. This meant that each of them had more than one GPS chip that they knew about. The silence made the atmosphere even more terrifying. Now, everyone had different thoughts in their hearts, and these thoughts might make everyone feel oppressed in different ways. I don't know what this means, and I don't want to know either. Chong Mo said, I just don't want to feel like I've been cheated. Kang Kong took a deep breath. He was probably the only one who realized the danger. Chong Mo, you shouldn't have come here. The current situation was like this. Kang Kong had already realized the danger Chong Mo was in. That was why he said, everything you're doing now is wrong. I know. Of course I know that everything I'm doing is wrong. It's very wrong. Chong Mo said, I'm completely wrong. But I have to do this. Otherwise, I'll never know the truth. Is the truth that important? Kang Kong said, sometimes, the truth will only add to people's worries. It won't be of any use at all. It won't help you at all. Gu Li's expression was solemn. Chong Mo, what you need now is to calm down. Don't be rash. How could Chong Mo calm down? Seeing the three of them locked up here, she had to choose to remain calm? This huge lie had already been exposed by her. How could she remain calm? But she didn't understand why they were all telling her this, why they were all persuading her to calm down. Would they be able to calm down by themselves? Could it be that they could all think about things so rationally? How could it be like this? However, not everyone thought the same way. Jesu, who had always preferred silence, did not think that he could remain calm. Nian Yi is already dead. How long are you guys going to stay calm? Jesu's sudden question made Kan Kong and Guli fall into deep thought. Jesu looked at Chongamo and said seriously, Chongamo, I need you to find a way to find the key to open this door. I want to leave. I will. I definitely will. Chongmo came here for this purpose. Remnant realized that the situation was getting out of hand. Are you crazy? Do you know what this means? Jelai, you'd better not mess around. I'm telling the truth. Really, don't mess around. It won't do us any good if we act recklessly. Then what should I do? Tell me what I should do. Should I just sit here and wait for death? Jesu said, I don't want to live like a captive pet. Listen to me. Perhaps there's an unimaginable reason behind this. A cold smile appeared on Jesu's face. An unimaginable reason? Nian Yi went out and couldn't find Chongmo. He just disappeared like that. Everyone up there said that he's dead. If he's not dead, who do you think would dare to say such nonsense? Guli looked at the problem from a balanced perspective. That's true. Unless Nian Yi never appears again, no one would dare to say that he's dead. Isn't the problem much simpler now? Jesu said, who could make Nian Yi disappear so strangely? Each of them probably already had their own answer in their hearts. Apart from their father, no one else could do this. Perhaps Nian Yi's death is also an illusion. Just like our situation, it's just an illusion? Kan Kong was still defending his father. Is that so? It's pardonable to fabricate our situation so that Chongmo doesn't think too much and doesn't think too much. Jesu said, but what's the point of saying that Nian Yi is dead? If Nian Yi is still in this world, you can say that he's injured too. Everyone was well aware of what the answer was. It was just that the degree of acceptance in everyone's heart was different. That was why there were differences. He's right, he's not wrong at all. Chongmo said, why didn't he fabricate a reason to say that he's the same as you? Whether he's injured or poisoned, why did he have to say that he's dead? Chongmo, don't get too worked up. Kan Kong said, there must be a reason for his existence. I don't want to listen to these explanations. I'm here to tell you the truth that I know. If you don't believe me, just pretend that I didn't say anything. Chongmo said. Jesu said calmly, I believe you. I believe you. Chongmo, find a way to find the key to open the door. Are you crazy? You want to go out without our father's permission? Kan Kong reprimanded. If I do that, I'll die too, won't I? Jesu said, if that's the case, then it proves that there's no misunderstanding about Nian Yi's matter, right? Guli gestured for Jesu to calm down. What you need to do now is not to be impulsive. Being impulsive won't solve the problem. Then give me a way to solve the problem. I'm all ears. If you can give me a good way to solve the problem, I promise I'll do everything according to your plan. Jeff Faker said. Kan Kong and Guli fell silent. Jesu looked at the two of them and raised his voice. Because you don't have a better solution. So you can only do as I say. Your idea is the product of impulsiveness. Kan Kong said. That's right, I admit that it was impulsive, but there's nothing else you can do. Jesu said, we can only go out and meet our father and ask him. Ask him to give us an answer. No matter what the answer is, we can accept it. But we can't accept lying to us. Chongmo absolutely supported Jesu's point of view. If she had the key to open this door, she would do so without hesitation. Chongmo raised both hands in agreement. That's exactly what I mean. I want to find our father and ask for the truth. You're just messing around. Do you know that? Kan Kong said, have you ever thought that this will make our father unhappy? When that happens, everyone will have to bear the consequences. That's still better than living in this place. Jesu said, we don't even know when we'll be released. Chong Mo said, as far as I know, our father won't let you out unless you can get Su Yun to join Heaven's Eye. Su Yun. Kan Kong and the other two became alert again. Su Yun came back with me. Chong Mo said, I drugged his water with the forbidden powder. He's also locked up now. Our father admires him and hopes that he can be used by Heaven's Eye. That's why, unless he joins Heaven's Eye, our father might tell us the truth. Gu Li took a deep breath. That's impossible. We've all fought Su Yun before. I believe we all know what kind of person he is. How could he join Heaven's Eye? How could he resist our father's threats? Jie Su glanced at Kan Kong. That's why we're locked up here. We're locked up here not because we did something wrong, but because we wanted to deceive Chong Mo. Kan Kong had no reason to refute Jie Su's words. That was the truth. They were locked up here because their father wanted to deceive Chong Mo. Now that Chong Mo knows the truth, it's meaningless for us to continue being locked up here. Gu Li's face darkened. I think, if it's necessary, we might have to do something we shouldn't do. What else could Kan Kong say when he saw someone as calm as Gu Li start to waver? In his heart, how could he not want to find out the truth? Chapter 25-29. Where is father now? He doesn't know you're here. If you're discovered, it won't be a joke. Kan Kong said, Chong Mo, you know the truth now. But if you really want to help us and yourself, then leave quickly. Leave before father and father discover you. Father isn't on the island right now. He's already gone out. You don't have to worry at all. Chong Mo said, the only person on the island watching me is under my control. Gu Li took a deep breath. It doesn't matter if father is on the island or not. Leave this place as soon as you can. Kan Kong is right. What you're doing is very dangerous. Chong Mo looked at the time. Father had left for more than half an hour. Although there was still plenty of time, it didn't seem so optimistic after thinking about it. He could come back in half an hour at any time. Chong Mo couldn't control the time too quickly. That would expose him. Moreover, Silverstone was involved. He couldn't take it well. Then I'll leave now. I'll find a chance to find the key. Chong Mo said to Jie Su, if you really want to come out, then this is the only way. Jie Su nodded, I believe you can help us. But remember, you must be careful. No matter what, you must be careful. Don't let anyone find out about your intentions. Don't trust anyone. Kan Kong agreed with this point. Although we're all family in Sky's Eye, you can clearly feel that we're in different circles. Do you understand what I mean? I know. We're the only ones who are truly on the same side. Chong Mo said, so I won't trust anyone else. Gu Li reminded Chong Mo, father has always thought highly of us. But now that we're in trouble, I think some scheming people will find a way to seize this opportunity. That's right. This is their only chance to get rid of us. Jie Su said, Chong Mo, you must be careful of those Koreans. They've always been ambitious. Gu Li nodded, I know. You're talking about Mo Chen, right? I can see that he wants to use this opportunity to show off in front of father. So you must be careful of him. Don't let him find out about your intentions. Gu Li said, once he notices your intentions, we'll all be in a lot of trouble. You can be sure of that. I understand. Chong Mo said, I will take care of this problem. You don't have to worry. I already have someone he trusts in his hands. Seeing that their faces were still filled with worry, Chong Mo reassured them, don't worry, I won't let you down, okay? Let's leave quickly. Remnant needed to calm down and think about how to deal with this. After Chong Mo left, the three of them didn't say anything. Kan Kong kept telling himself to stay calm. He had to stay calm, but there was still a force pulling at him. I don't know what you're thinking, but I need an explanation for what happened to Nian Yi. Jie Su suddenly said, I know. I know what you want to tell me. I also know that father has done us a favor. I'll do whatever he wants me to do. But this is the only thing that he has to give me an explanation for. Don't be hypocritical. We all understand, Father. Guli said, that's why I think you shouldn't be so impulsive. You can only get the answer you want if you calm down. How else can I be calm? Am I not calm enough? I think I'm already very calm, Jesu said. Kangkong took a deep breath. We can understand how you feel. Listen to me, brother, we feel the same way. We don't want to be calm either, we can be impulsive too. Then let's not talk about anything else. Once Chong Imo gets the key, we'll ask Father about everything when we get out. Jesu said, he has to give us an explanation. Being impulsive won't solve the problem. Kangkong said, even if we want to get out, we can't be impulsive. Jesu shook his head. I'll say it again, I'm not being impulsive. I'm just a little agitated. Something like this happened to my brother, do I have to pretend that nothing happened? After a short silence, Jesu really exploded. No. Impossible. I definitely can't act as if nothing happened. I can't do it. Jesu said hysterically. If you still want to get out, then stop yelling. Guli said, if Father comes back now and hears your voice, then everything will be over. Kangkong nodded, that's right. Not only will you not be able to get out, you'll also bring harm to Chongmo. Jesu used all his strength to suppress the anger in his chest. He really didn't want this to happen. If he wasn't worried that his anger would bring harm to Chong Imo, he would have kicked the door to the room down. Unfortunately, the door was too thick and sturdy. The room had the ability to withstand it. Even if it wasn't a normal force, it would be difficult to open it. Chui Li wouldn't have dared to lock the three of them together in a room that didn't even have that much defense. Believe in Chong Imo, believe that she can help us. Guli said, that's why you should save your energy for now. Don't waste your energy on useless things. If we get out, there might be many places where you need to conserve your energy. Guli, I want to make one thing clear. Even if we get out, I don't want anyone to do anything wrong. Kangkong reminded, do you understand? Guli nodded, of course I understand. I'm just worried about him. Do you think he can stay calm in his current state? Kangkong said seriously to Jesu, you must stay calm. Do you understand? If you can't stay calm, I'd rather we don't leave this place. Do you understand what I'm saying? Jesu said expressionlessly, that will depend on whether Father's explanation makes sense or not. So what if it doesn't? Are you going to go against Father? Kangkong said, no matter what, you should remember who gave us a new life. Jesu nodded, of course I remember. If I don't even remember this, I wouldn't be sitting here listening to your lecture. I want to make it clear that I'm not lecturing you. I'm doing this for your own good. I'm doing this for your own good. Kangkong's heart was heavy. Naturally, his tone wasn't pleasant. Guli intervened, our argument is meaningless. You all need to calm down. Jesu didn't say anything else. He sat at the side quietly. He knew that the only thing he could do now was to wait. Kangkong also sat down. He knew that he had to calm down. Jesu had already lost his mind. If he couldn't calm down, the situation would be even harder to control. If you all can calm down, then there's a solution. Guli said, we still have a lot of things to confirm. Do you understand? Kangkong adjusted his emotions. It won't be easy for Chong Imo to get the key. There's one more question. Why was Su Yun brought here? Guli said, we've all fought with Su Yun before. We know what he's capable of. You're saying, it's impossible for him to be tricked by Chong Imo? Kangkong was stunned. Guli nodded, I suspect that. We're no match for him. How could he be easily tricked by the forbidden technique? I'm not sure, but my gut tells me that he won't be controlled that easily. This was something that they couldn't help but suspect. All right, that's a problem we need to consider. Guli patted Jesu's shoulder. We can't change what's already happened. We don't have the ability to turn things around. However, if we can control something, let's not let it happen again, all right? Jesu nodded. He didn't say anything. He just wanted to be alone. Just like Kankong said, we feel the same way. Guli said, you only need to know this. We have the same thoughts as you, it's enough for you to know this. Chapter 25-30. Chong Mo initially thought that she would feel better after seeing the three of them. However, it was the opposite. Not only did she not feel better, she became even more emotional. When Ian Stone, who had been waiting for her at the door, saw her, he finally felt relieved. He was really worried that she would not come out. Once father and father returned at this time, Chong Mo would be fine with it, but he could not. He did not want father and father to know what he had done. What made Ian Stone feel even more relieved was that no one else had appeared except for Chong Mo. Only then did his hanging heart finally settle down. If those three people came out, he would be done for. Firstly, he was no match for them. Secondly, even if he could beat them, he wouldn't be able to explain it to his father when he asked. You've finally come out. Do you really want to kill me? Ian Stone waved his hand angrily. This is the last time I'll listen to your orders. There won't be a next time. Nian Yi is not inside. Does that mean that his death is real? Chong Mo ignored Ian Stone's words. Ian Stone was stunned. Chong Mo must have gone crazy. Why did he have to ask so many questions? What was the point? Nian Yi is dead, right? Chong Mo emphasized again. Ian Stone gasped. Yes. Didn't father and father tell you that Nian Yi is dead? This is something that you know. How did he die? Chong Mo asked. I don't believe that he died because he went to Beijing to save me from Hua Xia. But it was because he went to save you. Otherwise, how else could he have died? Ian Stone did not dare to look into Chong Mo's eyes when he said this. Do you think that he went to Beijing alone to save me? Do you think that the people there don't even have the ability to capture him alive? Chong Mo asked. I was in Beijing for so many days and was not harmed at all. Why would Nian Yi die when he went there? Ian Stone did not know how to argue with Chong Mo. You can't ask me that. You'll have to ask the people in Beijing. How would I know so much? How would I know what the people in Beijing are thinking? Chong Mo said coldly, as long as they come out without permission, they'll be betraying father and father. They'll die. You said it yourself. Nian Yi definitely didn't get permission to come out. You can't mix these two things together. They're not the same thing at all, Silverstone said. No, you can't ask me about this. I don't know anything. In the first place, this kind of decision was always made by father. Even if Silverstone knew everything and was present, he still had no right to make the decision. Silverstone only had the right to carry out his father's orders. Furthermore, no one knew what had happened to Nian Yi. None of them had ever carried out Nian Yi's orders. Therefore, the only person who knew about this matter was his father. Only he knew everything, so it was impossible for anyone else to know what had happened. If you really want to get to the bottom of what happened to Nian Yi, you can only look for father and father. No one knows what happened. Silverstone said, everyone found out from father and father that Nian Yi died in the hands of those people from Beijing. They're the brothers of that bastard you brought back. They were the ones who killed Nian Yi. Chong Mo sneered. That's impossible. What a load of nonsense. That's all I know. I'm not spouting nonsense. I'm telling you the truth. Silverstone said, what are you trying to do? Are you really going to keep doing this? Chong Mo did not say anything. She quickened her pace. She wanted to see Su Yun and tell Su Yun everything she saw. Although she had returned to Heaven's Eyes Island, she suddenly felt particularly unsafe. There was no one around her that she could trust. It was as if aside from Su Yun, she was completely isolated and helpless. How could she possibly save Kan Kong and the others? It was simply a fantasy. Are you even listening to me? Silverstone said, you won't get anything out of this. You'll only get yourself into trouble. Chong Mo continued to ignore Silverstone's words and continued to walk forward. Even if you don't care, don't drag me down with you. Silverstone said, don't do these things under my watch, okay? You'll drag me down with you. You're already in the water, Chong Mo said. Chong Mo said, when you told me those things you shouldn't have said yesterday, you were already in the water. That was because I had no other choice. I had no choice but to compromise. But now I understand. I'll take the initiative to admit my mistakes, Silverstone said. I believe Father and Father will forgive me. Chong Mo sneered. Do you really think Father and Father will forgive you? Do you really think that your status and position is higher than Yen Ye's? Silverstone completely lost his temper. He suddenly realized that he might have fallen into a very, very troublesome vortex. In this vortex, he might never have a chance. Whether he was sucked into the vortex or crawled out of it, there was no way out. The only choice he had now was to become a vortex. Only by becoming a vortex could he protect himself. No, he could not do this. If he did, everything would be over for him. He would no longer have any future. I won't force you to do anything. From now on, you can do whatever you want. I don't care about anything anymore, Chong Mo said. But if you want to protect yourself, you'll have to help me find the truth. Silverstone was almost driven mad by Chong Mo. Isn't the truth you're looking for about Nian Yi being killed by Father and Father? Chong Mo was stunned. She had been thinking about it all this time, but she did not dare to say it out loud. Silverstone had actually blurted it out. Based on his guts, if this was not the truth, how could he dare to say such things? All right, you want to know, don't you? Let me tell you, no one knows how Nian Yi died, but everyone knows what the consequences of betraying Father and Father are. Silverstone said, this is all because of Nian Ye's own troubles. Do you understand? You actually said that. Chong Mo was starting to panic. Silverstone said, isn't this the answer you want? No one told you, right? I'll tell you now, alright? What can you do even if you know? If you still want to live, shut your mouth and pretend that nothing has happened between us. Chong Mo said, I don't want to implicate you, but don't hold me back either. Silverstone said, of course I don't want to have anything to do with you. I just want to tell you, don't be stupid. Then stay away from me, alright? As long as you stay away from me, you'll be safe, Chong Mo said. Of course I want to do that. But you won't let me go, Silverstone said. Besides, my job is to keep an eye on you. Do you know that? Do you know what mistake I've made? I don't know if what you've done is considered a mistake, but according to your logic, you've betrayed Father and Father. Chong Mo said. Silverstone shook his head in exasperation. So, I don't have any chance to turn things around now. It's all thanks to you. Chong Mo fell silent for a moment. From now on, stay away from me. Find a reason. Don't agree to anything Mo Chen asks you to do. Silverstone was stunned. He looked at Chong Mo with surprise. Are you not going to continue using me? Since you're so afraid of death and don't want to resist, even if you know the truth, you don't want to ask for an explanation. Why should I ask for your help? Chong Mo said, stay away from me. We have nothing to do with each other. You won't find anyone else who can help you except me. Silverstone said. Anyone who sees you acting strangely will immediately report it to Father and Father. Do you understand? Of course I understand. Chong Mo said. But I can't force you to continue covering for me, right? You already said that you won't help me. Silverstone was going crazy. But I've already helped you. Do you know? Once you're discovered, I'll be done for. I don't mean to say that I'm not helping you anymore. I just want you to stop. You want me to stop? Chong Mo was stunned. That's right. As long as you stop and pretend that nothing happened and forget everything after a month, we won't have any trouble. Silverstone said. This was the only way he could think of to solve the problem. Chapter 25:31. What if I told you that it's impossible? What would you think? Chong-mo said, I won't stop. I definitely won't stop. Do you understand? Stone slapped his head in frustration. Then how can I convince you? I don't want to get involved with you. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. Do you understand? Chong-mo said expressionlessly, No one wants to die. You don't want to die, and neither do I. But Nian Yi doesn't want to die either. Why must he die? Is it because he wants to save me? Is that so? Is that all? What else could Stone say in the face of Chong-mo's doubts? That's all? Perhaps that's really all. Wouldn't that be unfair to Chong-mo? Chong-mo was well aware of all this. His father's worries were necessary. He was worried that anyone who fell under Hua Xia's control would expose his base. After all, each of them knew too many secrets. That was why he would never allow the four of them to risk their lives in Beijing. Under such circumstances, Can Kong would choose to give up on his own thoughts because of his father's orders. His calmness would prevent him from doing anything impulsive. His temperament would often lead him to follow the majority. That was why the three of them were locked up. However, Nian Yi was not. Nian Yi was indeed impulsive. The choice he made was also not calm. However, what no one could have imagined was that her father had left her here forever because he was worried that Nian Yi would run off to Hua Xia on her own and expose a secret that should not have been exposed. Only the dead would not expose secrets that should not be exposed. Only the dead would never disobey his orders. The reason why Can Kong and the other two were not dead was simple. It was because the three of them did not take a single step out of the base without his permission. This was the loyalty that Chui Li wanted. Absolute loyalty. Only people who were absolutely loyal could do this. Only people who were absolutely loyal could be tolerated by him. Nian Yi, who was already at fault, dared to commit such a disloyal act. This was something that Chui Li could not tolerate. That was why Chui Li could not keep him alive. Keeping him alive would only bring him trouble. What was the point of keeping him alive? There were so many people under his heaven's eye that he could use. One more Nian Yi wouldn't make a difference. Therefore, he had every reason to completely get rid of this disloyal person. Not only would this end once and for all, it would also serve as a warning to others. Just as Stone had said, everyone knew how Nian Yi had died, but no one dared to say it out loud. This was the effect that Chui Li wanted, to let everyone know. Only by letting everyone know could Chui Li truly grasp this kind of authority. Only authority could solidify his position. In addition to being grateful, he also wanted these people to see his authority. This was the only way he could stand firm. Nian Yi's death could not be said to be a coincidence. Instead, it was a sign of danger. Under such circumstances, if it was anyone else, Chui Li would not have kept them alive. That was for sure. As for Chong-mo, even after being locked up for so long, he still did not say a single word to the people in Beijing. This was something that Chui Li admired. He liked Chong-mo's loyalty, so even though he knew that Chong-mo had taken out a tracking chip and had the intention of leaving Heaven's Eye, he still wouldn't give up on Chong-mo. This was because the things that Chong-mo had done made it impossible for him to give up on him. Nian Yi had never thought of betraying us. It was only because of me that he had no choice but to disobey father's orders and run away on his own. Chong-mo said, he lost his life because of this. What do you think you are? You told me so many things that you shouldn't have said in order to protect yourself. I'm afraid that you've gone overboard compared to Nian Yi. Stone closed his eyes tightly. He felt a sharp pain in his head and his temples felt like they were about to explode. This feeling was simply too unbearable. He could almost see his own end, and it would be much worse than Nian Yi's. Even though he did not know what Nian Yi's end would be, that was how he felt. Unless I have the chance to question father in person and ask him why he had done this, Chong-mo said, only then will he realize his mistake. Only then will you be able to keep your life. Father will never be wrong. Don't you know that? Silverstone said, what is father's favorite saying? Have you forgotten? What he says is right, and what he says is wrong is also right. There's no such thing as wrong in his world. But he's made too many mistakes. Chong Mo said, that's not the only mistake he's made. He's made too many mistakes. No matter how many mistakes he's made, it's not up to us to say anything. Ian Stone panicked. Chong Mo was much more difficult to deal with than he had imagined once he lost control. Chong Mo said, ever since I was young, I've known that he's made countless mistakes. His arrogance, his conceit, his self-righteousness, his self-righteousness, his self-righteousness. This is the reason why he's made all these mistakes. It's because of this that he's become the way he is today. He won't even spare Nyen Yi. Ian Stone did not dare to say these things. He carefully glanced at Chong Mo. Don't be so naive. Once something has happened, there's no turning back. Chong Mo said, so, let me apologize to you. If apologies could solve problems, Ian Stone would not be so depressed. The problem now was that apologies could not solve anything. No matter what, Ian Stone had been dragged down by Chong Mo. It was only a matter of time before Father found out what he had done. Because Chong Mo had decided to expose everything. This was something that could not be solved. If you really feel sorry, then give up on this matter. Ian Stone said, I believe that time will solve everything. Impossible. Time can't solve Nyen Ye's death, Chong Mo said. They're locked up in the confinement room below. They all think that Nyen Ye saved me. Do you think they'll just ignore Nyen Ye's death? So you're going to band together and rebel against Father? Ian Stone said, have you thought about the consequences? Chong Mo shook her head. I haven't thought that far ahead. Ian Stone did not know what to do with such stubborn people. Get to the bottom of this matter and publicly blame Father. Then what? Make Father apologize? Make him admit his mistakes? Then Nyen Yi can be resurrected? Chong Mo had not thought of these things. But now that Ian Stone had said it, she had to consider it. With Father's temper, he would never admit his mistakes. And even if he did, what could he do? Chong Mo seemed to have realized that she did not just want a statement. She did not want an explanation. She was slowly shattering the beliefs that she had held for so many years. Once they were completely shattered, she would never be able to come back. But even so, she still insisted on shattering her beliefs. Perhaps there was only one reason behind it. Father's deceit had pushed her to Su Yun's side. With all the problems that she was facing now, Chong Mo did not think that there was any chance of redemption. Forget it. I can't convince you. Ian Stone said, do whatever you want. I'm just praying that Father will let me off. As long as Father doesn't ask, I won't say anything about how I used you, Chong Mo said. Chong Mo said, I believe that once the truth is revealed, Father won't care about you anymore. Ian Stone laughed bitterly. I hope so. Chong Mo did not continue to chat with Ian Stone. She quickened her pace and walked towards the underground room where Su Yun was locked up. That was the only place where she could find a solution. Chapter 25-32. When Su Yun heard this, his expression was one of shock as well. Everything was as he had guessed. Nyen Ye's death was a foregone conclusion. Su Yun had never imagined that Kan Kong and the other two would be locked up and completely unaware of this matter. This may be a fact that Chong Mo's faith had been shattered, but to Su Yun, this was good news. He believed that Chong Mo was not the only one whose faith had been shattered. Kan Kong and the others had as well. The shattering of their faith was not only beneficial to Su Yun, it was practically a blessing from the heavens. He might not have the right time or the right place, but he could take advantage of the people. This was an absolute advantage. Su Yun now had to figure out how to help Chong Mo find a solution to this problem. He had to release the three of them before Chui Li realized what was going on. If Chui Li were to realize this beforehand, there would be no hope. He had to catch him off guard and give him a surprise attack. Only then would he be able to seize the initiative. Chui Li was simply too good at manipulating people's minds. This was something that Su Yun had to concede defeat to. If Su Yun wanted to turn the tables, he had to seize the initiative and gain the initiative by striking first. I have to think of a way to get the key, said Chong Mo, otherwise, I won't be able to save the three of them. Would the three of them dare to come out? Just as you said, Nian Yi disobeyed orders and lost her life. Su Yun asked, would the three of them be stubborn? No, said Chong Mo, they wouldn't accept Nian Ye's death. Especially Jie hypocrite. He wants to come out and ask his father why this is happening. Su Yun took a deep breath. I think Island Master Chui would definitely carry such an important item with him. It'll be a problem if you want to get it. Steal it. Chong Mo said, I'll think of a way to steal it. The key will definitely leave him someday. I'll make my move when I have the chance. If we're discovered, it'll be meaningless. Su Yun said, you have to find a way to duplicate the key without letting him find out that the key is missing. So, I'll tell you a way. Chong Mo was startled. She put her ear close to Su Yun's and silently remembered everything he said. This might be her only way. After Chui Li finished dealing with the matter, he came back with an ugly expression on his face. It seemed that he had not been provoked like this for a long time. Although it wasn't a difficult thing to deal with, it really affected his mood. In this place, he absolutely would not allow himself to be provoked. When Chong Mo saw him, the first thing he noticed was the bloodstains on his shoes. It seemed like his father had personally made a move. With his father's current physical condition, he wouldn't do anything unless he was really angry to a certain extent. Moreover, she also knew that her father was a little obsessed with cleanliness and would not allow blood to splash on his body. Therefore, it was obvious that the blood had splashed on his shoes under very careful circumstances. This meant that the scene would definitely be bloody. As for what it would be like, it wasn't like Chong Mo hadn't seen it before, so he didn't need to think too much about it. Dad, you're back. Chong Mo said, you must be tired. I've already prepared some hot water for you. Go take a bath and I'll prepare some tea. My daughter is still the best. She's so thoughtful. Chui Li smiled and strode into the room. Yin She swallowed a mouthful of saliva. He knew that Chong Mo must have planned this. He wanted to expose her, but no matter how many times he wanted to say it, he couldn't open his mouth. In the end, because of his own cowardice, he couldn't open his mouth. Yin She was angry, annoyed, helpless, panicked. All kinds of emotions gathered together. For a moment, he didn't even know what he should be feeling. What's wrong? Mo Chen saw that something was wrong with Yin She. Where do you feel uncomfortable? Or is your chest tight? Yin She waved his hand. It's nothing. Mo Chen frowned. Yesterday, I thought you were pretending. It seems like you really have a problem. I'll call the doctor for you. No need. I'm really fine. I'll be fine after some rest. Yin She took a deep breath. Maybe it's because I've been under a lot of pressure these past 2 days. It seems like you've been under a lot of pressure. Mo Chen said. Calm down. I'm just asking you to keep an eye on Chong Mo. You don't have to do anything else. You don't have to be so stressed. Yin She had a stomach full of bitterness. How could he vent it out? But Chong Mo, if it was so easy to keep an eye on Chong Mo, he wouldn't be in such a difficult position. He couldn't even open his mouth about the things she did. What's wrong with Chong Mo? Mo Chen immediately became alert. What did she do? What's the situation? Hurry up and tell me. Yin She wanted to say something, but in the end, he couldn't say it. But she said she likes me. I think it's just a casual remark. She doesn't have any feelings for me. Mo Chen's hanging heart finally settled down. What do you want me to say about you? Just because of this? You didn't really think I asked you to date Chong Mo, right? Yin She didn't say anything. He was still struggling in his heart. He felt guilty, so he didn't know how to face Mo Chen. She said she has feelings for you. But she can't be so infatuated with you, right? Mo Chen said. You're just using her feelings for you to keep an eye on her. You can't use this to date her. In-She nodded. I understand. In-She, you can't really have feelings for Chong-Mo, right? I'm warning you, this isn't a joke. Mo-chan said. You better think carefully about what you want to do. I know. I won't have feelings for anyone. In-She said. I'm just saying. I feel uncomfortable. You didn't have feelings for her. What's there to feel uncomfortable about? Mo-chan said. You know very well that although father doesn't usually care about our personal relationships, once this kind of situation happens, he definitely won't forgive it. In-She was getting impatient. I already said I didn't have feelings for her. If you didn't, then you didn't. Do you have to be so angry? Mo-chan said helplessly. Let's go back. Chong-Mo is with father now. Don't worry so much. It was because Chong-Mo was with father that In-She was worried. He knew Chong-Mo's thoughts too well. Chong-Mo wanted to get the key. Now, as long as he explained the situation clearly, everything would be solved. The only person who wouldn't have a good ending would be himself. To speak or not to speak. In-She had been struggling with this problem. He couldn't make a decision at all. He was struggling every minute and every second. Perhaps he would suddenly change his mind and expose everything in the next second. Or maybe he would become even more indecisive in the next second. He wouldn't dare to speak carelessly. This was normal. Very, very normal. Because the more time passed, the more In-She didn't dare to speak the truth. You can tell me anything. I can help you share the burden. You don't have to be so depressed. Mo-chan said. We're brothers. I'll share everything. In-She didn't think so behind his smile. This was a secret that no one was willing to share with him. No one was willing to share the burden with him. There was one thing that In-She was very sure of. No matter who he told his situation to, he would be reported immediately. He didn't even have to think about it. Sometimes, you have to be more open-minded. Mo-chan said. If you really want a woman, find a chance and ask father for leave. I'll take you to Ukraine or Victoria. The streets in those countries are full of beautiful women. There are so many women. You can play with them however you want. But there's one condition. Don't fall in love. We can't fall in love. In-She could hear the genuine concern in Mo-chan's words. I promise. I really don't have any feelings. I can swear. Really. I promise. Then I'm relieved. Mo-chan patted In-She's shoulder. Let's go back. I'll arrange for someone to keep an eye on her. Chong-Mo will get impatient if you don't leave her side. In-She took a deep breath. Yes. Actually, it's necessary to give her some space alone. She can adjust herself. Otherwise, she'll be stressed out and develop negative emotions. Mo-chan nodded in realization. I know why you're unhappy. Chong-Mo must be venting his stress on you. But you're right. We should give her some space to relieve her psychological stress. This is necessary. In-She only hoped that giving Chong-Mo some space would be a chance for him to explain in the future. After all, Chong-Mo had promised him that she wouldn't mention anything about him. This way, he could say that Chong-Mo's investigation was completed in the space he gave her. It had nothing to do with him. You're tuning in to the Narrate and Escape YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.